Alright. Today is not how I wanted to end everything, but I guess this is what's happening. Oh well. Give me a moment to get some stuff set up and we'll just figure out what to do, I guess. Let's see. So, update on what's been going on. So, weird routes. That's a thing I'm going to be doing. I'd like not to, but unfortunately, Tricky Tony thought it'd be really funny to have everything be important behind killing everyone. I hate that that's like a really important part of the story, is to destroy everything, ruin everyone's hopes and dreams, and then seeing what happens. I frankly don't like it, but it's a part of the puzzle, so we need to put the pieces together, don't we? Anyways, now on to the next problem. I do not have a weird route file. I have one somewhere. I'm getting to the point that I am perfectly fine just completely changing how things work. Bending reality to my whim, using a save file editor in order to get one to, function. At least that's what I'm thinking of. Let's see, who's in here? Person Human? Little Boy's also here? There is a man here. That's a funny name. Malphite's also here. Lord Muse says, oh no. Yep, oh no. Little Boy says, just been watching yesterday's stream. I've been rewatching my own streams just to see, like, what the heck actually happened. Oh shoot, I don't have the chat on my video thing yet. Give me a little bit. I've been trying to figure out how the heck to actually get a weird ref file thing, because, like I said, I accidentally deleted mine in my rush to finish everything, I guess. So, I guess at a cost of me being really cool for, like, a little bit, I, don't have a weird ref file, and now I'm trying to look for ways to get to it. Do I have the real one from previous chapters? I think I overridden those two, because I think those were in the bottom path, and I completely forgot to double check where the path of those were. So, that's a no. Let me see if I can get the chat feed up. One moment. So, I'm kind of getting to a point where I'm going to try to see if I can figure out how to use a save editor to, like, get me to get a weird route thing, or look through my old files in general, and I might have something lying around that could work. So, we're gonna go digging and looking around a little bit. Oh, actually, I guess while I'm thinking about this, do I want to pull up the save editor? I hardly know her. Ah, I get it. Is this actually? Is it language? Language Japanese? No. Let's see data. Let's see search unused. I want to find that. Okay, what do you mean unused? What? I was gonna see if I can find the unused text and see if I can find that. Probably need to get my mod loader going. December? I hardly know. Good grief. You can't do weird route if you don't have it from the previous chapter, says there's a man here. Figured. I'm Gastro, by the way. I figured. It's okay. No, it's gonna take too long. Undertale mod tool. Did you do the weird route stuff, says Kevin? What do you think I'm here for? This stream is me trying to actually look into that. Anyways, before we get into that, I wanted to find, because I just got reminded that unused exists. Unused. No? Unused? Is that what it was called? There's multiple takes of it. That's weird. Let's see. What are we looking at here? I don't know why there's 3 copies of these. I don't know if that's a... Anyways. Unused string 1. I do have one thing, though. And that's memories. Memories of my life. Maybe that's all I am at this point. A collection of memory. ... Then all I can do is not forget, right? Don't forget. I just have to keep telling myself that. And that's the end of the unused lines. Epic Buck says, did you get spoiled? Of course I did. Like everybody. You go on YouTube and you see like, hey guys, look at this. Here's the Weird Route scene. Look at this cool piece of art that I have. Actually, no, it's more like I've seen really cool bits of art based on some of the scenes that happen. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Wish you told me that's what it was spoiling instead of like, hey guys, I got a cool art. Oh yeah, what is it? Oh, that's a spoiler. God damn it. So, I've only seen like basically imagery of it, but not like at all what it all means or the actual context of it. So, trying to figure that out. And let's see if we can like figure out how to recover some stuff. Where did I put this? Let's see. Is it local Deltarune backups? Nothing. Actually, no. Go into here. No. Can you... No. Just look for all JSON. Do you want to work with this? Invalid. What do you mean it's an invalid? Whatever. Let's see. Anyways, this is the new and improved Tenna editor. There was a thing called a Spamton save file editor, but I think it got usurped by the Tenna editor. Let's see. I think this is it? No. Right. Let's go looking through my old files. Where did I put them? So I need to go to roaming. Go back, local Deltarune, and then there's all these files. And I'm pretty much just going to look through all of these and see what I can find. Do you think that the aborted reroll would be different? Well, if it's aborted, probably. Or, actually, no. I think Chapter 4 went right back to normal as soon as like, you abort the weird route. So I almost wonder if, like, that just, if you do that, that just won't matter. Right. Actually, if anything, I wonder if I can, like, edit flags to cause weird route stuff to happen. I would be fine with that, honestly. Can be reduced by retaining forgiveness from Riddy or Rathy. You can get a visible or violence count reduction from... What? That's weird. Can I just make a file, or... I don't know if I can do that, actually. Let me read chat really quick. That's why I did it immediately, says Lavoy, just to not get spoiled. Oh, that's sad. I wanted to have fun. Joke's on me for having fun. I can't see the horse beyond my comprehension. Oh, I can't first see without getting spoiled. Oh, well. Wonder if there are any new files with the uppercase name scheme. There might be, but I just wanted to look at the unused ones. Can't believe Spamton lost to Tenna even as the editor. The joke writes itself, yeah. I'm not sure if it's a thing, but maybe you could use someone's weird file. Probably. By the way, there might be a spoiler, but at the end of G5... If he tells you Susie something, basically something happens. I figured that there would be something, because that's like a notable choice that the game's like, hey, if you do this, there's no going back, so are you sure? So I'm like, that's notably different. Got it. I will not do that quite yet. I don't know when exactly I'll test that out. Let's see. Maybe I could go through date modified. can go through chapter 5 ones if I want. Let's see. What about you? Dark Hero. No, it's not that one. Actually, Rhapsody Revivement. No. Which one was my twisted route there? I think I also, like, mysteriously got rid of that one too accidentally. When did I do Weird Route stuff? I can't remember. I think it was like back in... I think it was back in a long time ago, but I think I also like reloaded some of these around... Guess I'll try from top to bottom. I don't like to do top to bottom because that's just gonna take a neon. I feel like I was like looking through this and I found something. Oh well. Let's see. I think I did I do 4? Switch to 4. No, this one was 4, I'm blind. If I sound dead, that's because I am currently. I did like tons of stuff over the course of like the last How long did I start doing? Good grief. Let's see, so Tuesday happened, and I wanted to do the chapter runs stuff. It failed. Woke up very early on Wednesday morning, Deltarune dropping. Got everything done in time and went and won everything right in the nick of time. Got to play chapter 5. Finished it yesterday. Played some more... finished it the same day, played more on yesterday. And now here we are. It's only been hecking 4 days since I started this escapade. Good grief. What the hell am I doing? Player named Tenna. Oh, wait. That's fine. This is my speedrun file. Yeah, you deserve a break. I'm planning on taking a lengthy break. At least like 2 weeks after I'm done with this. Seep. TV dinner, and storage. Dark Hero carries fate with the blade. Maybe I could try to find... non-standard party combinations. Oh, wait, this is what you can have as, like, party members. Arca says, wait, is it any night? Whew, man, I thought I was late. Yeah, I thought I was late, too. Don't play Chapter 5 Snowgrave, something bad will happen. Well, of course something bad will happen. I want to see what it is. After all, isn't that the point of why it was added in the first place? To see what it is. Oh, this is completion data. Oh no, this is my... Okay, so that one's completion data. I should note... How does it know what completion data is? Maybe there's a flag somewhere. Oh, but this one, is this also... That one's also a Tenna. God, good grief. I thought... I swear, there was like a time when I actually had one of these be right. Okay, I'm gonna look through my chapter 3 files now. Just hacking Tenna again. if I can't find... No, this isn't it either. If I can't find... I know I saw something. I thought I saw one of these files had the thorn ring in it. Sieve. Is that... No, that's mossy. Predicates the occult axe one. No. Never gonna do the strange route after what I see from the videos. I've seen that. I'm gonna hate myself going through it anyway. This one got the slow sad music. That being said, I do want to see what happens, and I hate that I want to see what happens. Enjoying the youthful days. Named it Vessel. Which one was this one? Player name Dean, late night, night past. Why do I have nothing here? What? Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can ask my Discord people if they have they got a save file. Please don't do it. Final warning. Don't do it. I don't know. People are asking me to do it. At the same time, people are asking me not to do it. As if the Jenna route didn't exist in Undertale. We have to do it. It's a requirement. Well... Okay, but I warned you. Why do you think I'm doing this? Good big grief. I want to see it for myself so that I can actually know what's going on in some ways. Am I gonna have to figure out some way to trick the game into giving me a weird route variation of all this insanity? Be interesting if I could actually do that. I guess alternatively I could, like, look up a playthrough. I guess that's an option. But then I can't, like, interact with things. Let's see... Maybe I can change this one around. Talk about Susie. That was the story thing. Oh, chapter 2. Let's see, it goes into, like, that, everything here is kind of normal until he gets to the cyber world, right? Egg Room, Moss, Cyberchat, Amusement Park, no? Let's see, what would I, Weird Route State. Snowgrave, Entered Mansion. Couldn't do the second just from feeling bad, which is weird even for me, says little boy. Let's see, what are our options? It doesn't seem like anyone has a file on hand. At least on the Discord, for now. Let's see, what needs to be done for this to work? I could try to skip, like, actually as much stuff as I can. Let's see, how much time would that actually take? If I actually did a full Weird Route thing, if I go through the cyber world stuff and do the snow grid, that'd probably take like 2 hours. And then going through Chapter 3 is like another 2 hours. Skipping stuff in the Prophecy Chapter 4 would also go on for another 2 hours. I don't want to go on for 6 hours or so just to get another file. Let's look around at least. What kind of stuff do I have stored around? Why'd I call this one Spamton? Did I do that just so I can get Spamton? I might have done that just so I can get, like, Spamton dialogue. Make a blank Chapter 4 file under a Weird Route state and label it as File 4, File 2, Completion tag. I'll try that out. Let's see, Chapter Select. So, make a blank Chapter 4 file under a Weird Route state and label it as File 4, File 2, Completion tag. Alright, let me try that out, Shady. Oh wait, on the save editor, okay. Let's see. How do I do this? I'm kind of new to figuring out how to use this thing. Backup and restore about... How do you make a blank one? Oh, click to create a file. Right, no. Or click to select. How do you... Save editors allow you to generate your own files. Where is the feature to do that? How is the Weird Route would be a good ending? Says yeah, I've seen a couple scenes. I don't have the full context, but I'm like, good grief, this is getting like ridiculous. Like, what the hell is going on with this route? I've wondered so many times, like, what the hell is even with the route in the first place? Like, no, that's not it. Where is the feature to create your own thing? Is that in... I don't know. How do you generate a blank file on the editor? Unless that's in, like, the Spamton editor. Let me see if that's an option in the Spamton editor. No? Demo. No. Chris, stop, get off my long ass shoes. I saw an image of people saying like, oh yeah, it's be in the shoes. It should be, I've done it. Let's see. Maybe I have to read. Build info, privacy, contributors. Here's the source code. Changelog. Attributes, fonts, icons, dependencies, no. Overview. Source code, privacy, legal info. Would it hurt people to add in an instruction book? Would it hurt to add an instruction book? Maybe I'm blind and I can't see the actual instruction book somewhere. Let's see, maybe it's on their GitHub. README. Let's see. Generate. There's no word for generate on here. Only time you moved save files was in Ultra when Fraud came out. Oh. I actually like rushed to do Fraud, or I like rushed and did all of Ultra Kill in like 2 hours before I got into Fraud, which is kind of funny. Let's see. Welcome. Where are my files? Compatibility. Remember, you can always back up your save files to get started. Let's see. Editor is a powerful tool for save files. Click on the area, drop below, or use the upload button in the right. Compatible with chapters 1 through 5, even though 5 is experimental this time. Console versions are not supported at the moment. Works on PC, Mac, and Linux. Share rooms with save point, metadata. Well, I don't really need this information here. Let's just delete all of the various files that I have on here. Just to go on a restart. Bruce, I spent 2 hours on 8.3 alone. I had I think I got it done in maybe like an hour and a half. Interestingly, whenever I got into the peak room, the game bugged out and fell through the world and then never loaded again. So I had to redo the whole game. Did you get the chapter 5 eggs, Disaster? I did. From what I've heard from Lowboy, that apparently there's different dialogue based on how many eggs that you found, or something like that. That's what I've heard, though. Anyways, where the hell do you make generate a fake file? Okay, at this point, I'm just gonna boot up Deltarune, see if I can make a fake file and do some save file editing to just make a weird route. Let's see, empty, start one, name is... I'll just call it Faker. I'm gonna call this one Faker. Hopefully nothing breaks, that's kind of what I'm hoping. Let's see, I need to find a save spot. I don't think I need to do the, like, weirdness specifically. I can't even do it right now anyways, so that doesn't matter. Anyways, I mentioned earlier, like me trying to figure out what the hell is with the weird route. Then, like, initially when like the chapter 4 weird route scene happened, I did see it, and I was like, what the f is going on? And I had an epiphany. Why are we doing this in the first place? Like, legitimately. Why? At least in, like, the Geno route, I could at least see, oh yeah, I can see why we're doing this, because we're trying to figure out, like, what's happening, or we, like, learn so much and whatever. Let's see, save file saved. So my thoughts are like, something, somebody, some individual thought it'd be really funny to try and, like, convince us that it would be a really, really funny idea to do whatever the hell the weird route is. I am convinced at this point that that something has set up the situation before us in such a way that it entices everyone to check it out. It will give them just barely enough information to be interesting, yet not enough information, so that you have to go down this terrifying route, almost as like a requirement. And it is terrifying. Oh, hey, Dad. So, like, at least in the Geno route stuff, it kind of makes sense because you're just trying to do things in a way to... Do I want to get the chainmail? No. Doing things in a way... Let me finish my thought before I, like, multitask. So, like, the weird route is made in such a way that, like, I don't think there's any logical reason for us to specifically do it. Like, why would we make Noelle proceed all this time? No idea. There's no reason for us to just, like, feel like that's a right thing to do, or even a wrong thing to do. It's just a thing that you can do. And then the whole Snowgrave route thing, it feels like Like, oh, that's an option, and we're telling Noelle that that's an option for her to do. And then she's able to do it. And I'm like, okay, so that's just like a weird like glitch in the system at this point, or a loophole or something like that. And then chapter 4 comes out, and it doesn't make any more sense either. Where the whole thing that's going on is Chris actually basically trying to completely revert everything that you've done and force a thing. You can play the chapter 4 weird route. Did you overwrite your file? I did overwrite my file, Kaz. I'm trying to make one at this point. There's a pretty obvious reason. Yeah, if you actually played the chapter 5 weird route at this point. Anyways, I'm just confused, and I want to know what the hell's going on. And I won't be able to know what the hell's going on until I see it for myself and witness it. Let's see. Creeped out Noelle. Seen Noelle with... Okay, so let's see. Weird route progression. Got to creep Noelle out. So I'm assuming that will flag it as triggered. That goes up to chapter 3. Oh, no, chapter 4 doesn't have anything specific. Oh yeah, is there a thing where... Oh yeah, set as completion. Let's see, go into chapter 4. Excuse me. Let's see, mic minigame, diner. Talk to Alfie's about the milk. Noelle's house. Kept waiting. Oh, you could also have some different stuff. Let's see, check Noelle's browser history. Searches Des's belongings. Noelle's kitchen. Noelle's bedroom. Wait, what is this? Mirror. Tracks the current line in Asgore's cutscene and... Oh, that's what that means. Okay. Talk to Noelle after throwing away the phone. Asgore after Noelle's something... Weird route. Had Noelle slap Chris or... Let's see. Dialogue near the church? Got put back in the closet. I think that triggers it, I think. Kevin the cat's here. Did you beat the regular route yet? I did. Did that already. Now I'm trying to ruin my fun. I was gonna save this for last. Anything else I want to work on? I don't think so. Chapter 4 is a save file. It's an unofficial one. It's called the Tenant editor. It used to be the Spamton editor, and this is like a new version, the Henna editor. Editing files is kind of like playing the game without the story or visuals. Pretty much. And at this point, I don't feel like spending another 10 hours to do this. Okay, so... all this is going on. I don't know what'll happen. What if I just put the thorn ring on you? Give you Snowgrave. Light World. I don't want to give myself too much. Or at all. Receives pain to become stronger. No recruits currently. Hope they don't make a flowery editor. Alright, I'm gonna try this out really quick. So this is the make a weird one. Completion data. Used for slot 2, yes. 4 changes were made. Noelle now has stuff. Progress is there. Download. It's called 4.4. Okay. Right. Let's see how this works. Make a new folder. Hello, new folder. There we go. Let's see. Test file editor. All right, put you over here and then pull up a different thing. Thank goodness the Deltarune community is obsessed with, like, doing everything all at once. Thank goodness that people are literally insane. Why is this a good thing? Oh, because they make save file editors unofficially stuff, and they work incredibly well. Alright, move over to there just so I can have a copy. And do I have a 4.4? I do not. Okay. So, how would I get this one to work? If I copy into here, and I saved it as a slot 2, if I go into chapter 5, will that allow me to load it in? Are you winning, son? Well, I'm going to win eventually, right? I have to lose, but we'll see. Slot 2, chapter select. No, not chapter. Oh, darn it. Festival day. Speaking of obsession, I suspected there will be a flowery song covers rather quickly. Oh yeah, yeah. There's already like a full cover. Like people figured out how to like work on it. Your room. End of chapter. End. 0 hours as such. I wonder if that worked. I think it worked! Alright, well, so begins the pain, doom, death, and destruction. You gonna say thank you? I'm assuming, yeah. And so begins. Oh, Chris was still in the bed after this. Right, so this is insanely different right off the... I did not click that. I'm not clicking anything. Oh. I know this is the weekend, but... You have not left your room at all all day. Yikes. But the festival was today, you know? Oh, did we skip the festival? Jeez. Oh, I can't even skip the dialogue. Oh, God. Oh, Chris, at the very least, you should eat something. There's some honey toast on the table downstairs. Oh. Open your menu? I can't right now. I am currently, uncontrolling. I will be downstairs reading. I know it has been difficult without your brother. But... well... no one can make you get out of bed, honey. Jeez. Spam the movement keys? Oh, yeah, now I can, like, make Chris move. I couldn't do it before, at least. Get out of bed, Chris. We've got weird activities to do. Ugh, really slow. Right. What do we got? No cell phone. That's interesting. No cell phone. That means that Chris threw it away. Huh. Question. Is this normally supposed to happen, or does it not happen because I have no items for it to pull from? I feel like that only happened because, sorry, they ate the phone. Go to the start menu? I mean, like, after I find a save point, I'll look at that. That's normal? Alright, cool. That's interesting. Does anything happen if you drop it? No. So it is just Chris not giving me any information. Okay. So everything that you interact with has no text whatsoever. Okay. We should go out. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to do everything that you're expecting me to do. You don't have to tell me what to do. That's weird. Oh, so the flower on the cactus actually stays the same, huh? Like, as an example, somebody in my last stream was like, hey, did you find the tropical star walker? As I was finding the tropical star walker. And I was like, excuse me, I was gonna find that anyway. Why did you ask if I was gonna find it? Flush the toilet, Chris. Wow, I can't even flush the toilet. This is terrible. Man, if only I had my vessel, my normal vessel. That would be nice. Oh, there's some toast. Here, eat up. No? Alright. Hello, Toriel. Oh, Chris, are you alright, sweetheart? You should eat something. There's some honey toast on the table for you, alright? It's really, really simple. You really shouldn't need any help with this one, except for one and only one option, optionally. Yeah, and even if I get it wrong, I can get just, like, reverse time, you know, infinite retries and such. I find it funny if anyone even tries to do, like, a tutorial on how to do this when I'm like, bruh. Hey, it took you long enough. Hey, Susie. You trying to sleep through the festival or something? Noelle's waiting for you at the beach. She told me to get you. Yeah, we already kind of hung out. Okay, I was wondering if they were going to, like, hang out during the festival or... Oh, anyways. Oh, guess you gotta go. Good God. Ugh. I know what comes, but... Hey, wait a second. I skipped it because I pressed, but whatever. Come on, it'll be fine. Everyone's over there to see the festival king and queen. Oh, we get to see a different time, alright. It's like lame, I mean... Why's it gotta be a king and queen? Whatever we are, it's cooler, right? Not in a weird way, you know? Weird. Doing the vote thing was fun. I put down me and her next to because some extra epic drawings. See, I used the green pen for my radioactive breath. Oh. Oh, good grief. This is gonna be horrid. I have this feeling in my heart that it's gonna be horrible. Wait. I thought one of these had like a dog in the tree. You always find it weird that they could call the lake the beach, or is that normal? Do I want to go there right now? I'm almost curious if there's like anything else, but there probably isn't. Everything smells right? Come on, smell it, Stinky. Oh. Oh, man. Flowers are boring. Well, now I'm curious if there's, like, literally anything else. I know I'm wasting time by going anywhere else than the beach, but I am curious. Oh, hey, Sans. Hey, are you at the ice cream stand? Yeah, that's next to me. Well, what are you, then? What do you mean, what are you? I'm the ice cream Sans. Wait. Didn't we meet Wait. Yeah. Okay, can I get some ice cream? Well, can you fill out this card? Whatever. What do I put on it? I'll just draw you and your friends on it. That way I can give you a discount. Alright, whatever. So this scene is different. I got here, me, Chris, and, Ralsei. I know he can't use it, but I gotta put him on. Oh, thanks. All right. Get some ice cream? Oh, whoops. I don't have any. What do you mean you don't? Well, but the stand, but the stand will after it finishes churning. In the meanwhile, why don't you take this? You got the bread. Bread? Why do you have this? Well, to make the ice cream sandwiches. Okay, whatever. That's kind of a good idea. Guess I gotta wait until the ice cream's done. Oh, God. Someone, anyways. So I didn't know there was a weirder out version of the card scene, because there's something similar. Walking to the beach that, you know, when you want to go. When you want to go. Yeah. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting that the card has like a different sort of scene make out. Like, Sans seems pretty adamant about making sure that you get this card thing. Yeah, this house, it's pretty new, right? Don't really remember what was here before, though. What? What? Are you telling me this was like recent enough that there was nothing, there's something there before? What? Oh, this messes everything up. Hey dude, Timmy left all her art crap. Let's draw us on her sketchbook. Hey, what? Her art's like crazy good. Man, even she's like good at stuff. Yeah, she's a genius. Now I guess she'll be going to college too. Just like Noelle and everyone else. Okay. Oh, now that just makes it even worse. No. Oh, hey, you're going too, right? Okay, me personally, me specifically, beats me. I don't know if I'll go to college. Yeah, the hell I'm at. Hell am I asking that for now? Guess because Timmy reminds me of college? And like, yams for some reason. Does this mean that the cast is like 18, says nobody? I guess? They are older than their Undertale counterparts, I think. So, at least that. Let's see, I guess Timmy can live for now. Damn, no one's home. Even this one's empty. There's not a Sans here? Damn, that annoying lazy guy isn't even here. Yeah, I am. Where? Huh? I'm just lined up conspicuously out of view. What the hell are you doing that for? Raisins face down on the floor. Eating raisins face down on the floor? Ugh, I can't really blame him for that. What? Why aren't you at the ice cream stand? Can't really eat ice cream food. Okay, at least Susie's like, why aren't you at the stand? Oh, damn, I hate it when he's right. Why aren't you at the ice cream stand? Okay, what the hell, Sans? Dude, now that Noelle's not here, we should totally get a hose and fill that cup. No further plans. This is only gonna make what happens later significantly worse. Anyways. Bread. I got bread. Bread. A loaf of bread tends to leave crumbs everywhere it goes. Eat the bread. No. Hey, don't eat that! Save it for later! Oh, okay. You know, the ice cream sandwiches. Yeah, I was wondering about that. And is this still the same? Okay, that's still blank. Okay. Yeah, that one's the same, right? I'm very curious what This means because Susie remembers a time before this house, but doesn't remember what used to be there, which implies that it's recent. Or like, I know Sans moved in recently, like he said it himself, but like, how recently is recent? Oh hell, Chris, you're not gonna believe this. Free rolls, and honey packets, and butter! Margin, whatever. That's like basically a good sandwich. Oh, ketchup, salt, water, that's free tomato sauce. We're living in luxury. Bon appetit, right? We're gonna make spaghetti. Yeah. Hey, sweet, no one's in there. That means free grape soda, and we could wear their uniforms and pretend to work there? And it's like pics of us standing on the salad. Oh, damn, it's locked. Is Sans over? Is Sans like conspicuously here too? Oh yeah, I mean Noelle wrote this. She didn't even look out the window though. The whole time she was just resting her head on my shoulder. Aw. Dude, my heart was beating like crazy. I don't get how she was so calm. Anyway, you want to ride the wheel? Yeah, what happens? Alright, I call shotgun. Are you telling me this is where the Ferris wheel scene... Never mind, Chris has their eyes closed. Hey, Chris, everything good? You just seem kind of... Oh, wait a second. Chris, did you feel that? Earthquake! Ah! Damn, that was close. We almost... Oh, hell! It's the aftershocks! No! See, I knew that made you laugh. Well, that's very cute. Oh, hey, sit over on my side. The view's better. Do we get to see it? The view of you being in a headlock, idiot. Hey, stop pretending to snore. What am I to you guys? A pillow? Don't nod. Ooh. Guess that's about it, huh? That was pretty fun, right? This is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying that, like, knowing what happened in the last chapter, technically, and what's going on now is, like, weird, because we actually get to have more festival scenes. Is Sans not here? Maybe next year we can actually break it. Good grief. It gets worse, says you. Yeah, I know it gets worse. Because that's like the point of the weird route. But I'm very curious, like, what other stuff there is. Hey, they got free lemon slices here. Check this out. First, you get a bunch of free lemon slices. Then you squeeze them in free lemon water, add some free sweetener, and then you got, like, free lemonade. So, cool, right? We got that for free. Purple water, you gotta take a sip of that. Wait, stop, that's, like, kind of fuzzy. Did purple guy turn to liquid? Not actually. I think it's just like some residue or something. You'll need a therapist after this, says Zach. I figured. Oh well. The stand was kinda weird. There wasn't anyone in it. Wait, what? There wasn't anyone at it today. Maybe it just closed early? Beats me. Huh. That's peculiar, because that means that the normal bird guy wasn't here. Why wouldn't he be here? I don't know if that's, like, based off of, like, my save file editing, or, like, legitimately on the weird route he doesn't show up. Can't really test this because I had to edit my file in order to do this, but what can you do? Try to play it.
have one.
Alright, fair enough. Anything over here? Why don't the police just use Clue?
I mean, I'm glad that they don't, but they could.
I'm just gonna go down here and see if the... Oh, Rudy! Hey, Rudy. You seem fine? Question mark?
Hey, dude, you okay? Shouldn't you be at the king and queen thing or something? Me, no. I still got some lights to finish up here.
Rudy, just stop, please.
Are you sure, man? Susie, it's better you learn sooner or later. Holidays are always full of surprises.
That's a weird thing to say.
Good surprises? Yeah, it depends on which holiday.
God damn it.
Be pretty fun to see you get jump scared, but can't go in there. We're banned.
Why did we get banned? I was feeling like the grip up or something, and Noelle just put her hand in the bowl and started holding mine.
Yeah, they banned us for that. It sucks.
Okay, that's what that was about. What's your favorite horror movie?
Like the one with the creepy doll?
Well, your brother never wanted to watch them?
What, was he like, ooh, make me softboard, and then just never came back? What? Wait, was I right? I mean, Noelle loves scary movies. You didn't watch any with her? Hey, it's all good. I'll teach you.
You're buying the tickets, though. That's fair.
It's kind of funny. Nothing scared her at all. Even me.
That's kind of sweet. What makes us so haunted is that Susie's trying to cheer up Chris. Yeah. And we all know what happens next. Wait, isn't that the dialogue that Toby teased? Which dialogue? And for me, Noelle loves scary movies. What, you didn't watch any here? I'll teach you good. You're buying the tickets, though. What was the dialogue, Epic? I'm gonna move on while I wait on the response. Also, we got 50 viewers going to see me, or 55, sorry. 5 people decided to start watching simultaneously.
Now stop looking at the books. It's the weekend.
Oh well. The one about Azrael and the scary doll. Oh, all right. I don't remember that, but I guess I haven't been watching too. For why is there a speckle?
Wait! Don't whip your foot. Dollar coin on the ground alert, idiot. I can get gummy monsters with my ice cream. So, Noelle, she did something kind of funny earlier. I said I didn't have any cash for food, and she took it out, like probably bills and such. Probably like hundreds of dollars. Oh God. Just held it out, smiling. Smiling? I mean, I don't know if I ever seen that much money. I didn't take it. It says some cheesy stuff like, man, you could get 100 grape sodas with that. I don't know why, it just felt so weird. Weird. If you had $5, I'd expect you to buy me stuff. But I guess same back if I had $5 too. I'm guessing we can't go into school. Man, even Rousey was acting kind of weird today. Guess he just was worried about you sleeping in? I asked if he wanted me to do anything, and he was like... He just got quiet and shook his head. Anyway, let's see him later, after other stuff.
Does she know, chat? I don't think she knows.
Let's go see Rousey later, okay?
Toby Fox rides in his car and sees, as a person, lands out in front of him. Where is Azrael, Toby? Having so many pauses as opposed to I'll be right over in a quick rush, at the very least probably very close to death's door now.
$5 isn't that much this cabin. It kind of is, though. I think, did I get everything here? I went that way. I went both ways here. I'm going to the beach now? Pretty much. I think I've done everything. It's time to get weird. Oh, also, random thing. I kind of noticed that there's supposed to be like a doll, like a Mew Mew doll that's supposed to be on top of this thing. So I'm assuming that either the two ghosts took it and they're in there, or they're also in the Flower King shop. Looks like your dad's in there. Guess we don't need to hang out with him. What, you want to hang out with the flowers? We're just gonna skip all of chapter 5. Like, after this thing. Don't answer that. But are we just gonna, like, skip it? Sip. That is my drink of confidence to go into this insanity. Let's begin. I gotta go wait for the ice cream, so, guess I'll see you later, huh? Hey, Chris, I'm not good at saying this stuff, but even if we didn't really do anything, it was nice, seeing the festival with you, and stuff. I know me and Noelle are getting kinda close, but you're still a big deal to me, too. So, cheer up, okay? See ya. And then it goes dark. All right, let's do this. Chris, I know. I know you wanted to deny it. I did too at first. But, eventually, we're going to have to face the truth. Yesterday, when everything happened, every cell in my body was screaming at me to run away. Wait, is this... Oh, this is Noelle's thoughts. Oh. I think. Devastated by their sight any longer. You're going to drag me down with you. Drag me down somewhere no one is supposed to go. And you know what terrified me the most about that? I think I wanted that. Yeesh. Ah, Death's lore. This was on my bingo card. Since Death left, all I've been doing has just been marching down my path. Staying quiet, getting good grades. It feels like I've just been watching myself through glass. Like you were on autopilot? Watching someone else move me through my own life. That's why I want to do something crazy. Oh, that's a callback. That's why I want to break free. But I can't. I couldn't. Because I'm just Noelle. A Noelle that has to do Noelle things. Just like Chris has to do Chris things. But Chris, you changed. Yeah, because I'm here. Oh God! Chris, you actually changed! You found out how to stop being Chris! And no one else has noticed. Because they don't want to. They don't want to see how interesting you are now. They'll just keep marching down the same path without even thinking where it goes. Chris, being around you is changing me too. Oh God. Chris, when I cast Snowcrave, I felt stronger than I have ever in my entire life. I know, it's horrible. It's horrible to say that, but... Chris, if it's you telling me to, I can do anything. If you tell me to, I can do things that are impossible. Things that no one else can do. So, why don't we do it? Why don't we do something crazy? Tell me. Tell me to grow wings. Let's fly out of this stupid town. It's somewhere no one has ever been before. The other side of the lake. Actually, that's a fair point. What is on... Is that what happened to Anya's son? Oh no! We always wanted to see what was there, didn't we? The four of us, when we were kids. Chris, let's go there. You'll tell me, won't you? If you tell to me, I can do anything. So, tell me, Chris. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. The words I've been waiting to hear. I'll press stop after I press proceed. Proceed. The water's nice, isn't it, Chris? Chris, don't hesitate. I'm not hesitating. I'm gonna find out eventually. I might as well find out now what the hell is going on. What is on the other side of this lake? It's getting colder than I thought. Chris, don't let go of my hands. Just keep walking. This is whack. Alright. Chris, just keep walking. Chris. We're going under... Oh, okay. The sprites are getting updated now. Oh, God. Hey, guys! I know where the 22,000 sprites have come from. Look at this sprite button. Proceed. Oh. Oh, what the... What the hell? Chris, you can still hear me, can't you? Chris, keep saying it! Chris! The text boxes turn into different color. Sounds are getting corrupted. Say it!
was wrong. The dream never happened. Chris hadn't changed. I hadn't changed. I had simply gotten carried away. When did you say you made that song?
Okay, now you do one.
Me? Okay. What? You aborted it? That was a abort? Hold on, that was an abort? What? Are we back on the normal route? What?
Nothing changed.
That was one of the best days over. Nothing changed. What?
You say I aborted it, but...
Nothing changed. Because a Noel is just a Noel. So are we back on the normal route now? I guess so, huh? So wait, I guess there was something different that I could have done then. Should have proceeded. I guess I needed to click one more time, I'm assuming. And I didn't realize that I could have. Noel's really thinking during that date sequence, which is why it folds into the normal route? I guess? That's weird. So, like, a whole of... Oh! That's different.
Obviously, we need to go Zonger mode.
Oh. Oh.
You good yet? We can go.
Yeah, you had to spam it. Okay. That's weird. Oh.
You need to do it again, dumbass.
That's freaky. What the hell? Anyways, device theory is confirmed, guys. Device theory has been confirmed. Molly Stars was correct. I think that was their name. Weird to worry about you guys. You're both acting kind of weird today. I'm just glad you're okay. I probably said something weird again. Can you stop saying weird? Let's go, okay? So... yeah, it does just go right back, doesn't it? Hey, Chris, we're just gonna get you closer to the trash can. I know what you're gonna do. Solar theory is definitely correct, too.
I knew it! I was onto something.
Okay, I'm pretty sure everything's kind of the same after this. So, okay, processing what the hell happened, at least within this variation of the weird route. I might actually try to do the stop command just to see what happens to. I'm guessing it aborts it too. Also, I need to bring out my bingo card. I wasn't actually sure if this was possible, as in like the route could be aborted. Like with all the stuff that was going on, I didn't actually think that this was possible. But lo and behold, it is possible. So let me see if I can pull out my bingo cards. Put these back on here. And so, reassessing stuff. So Snowgrave Route can be aborted. Oh, wait, shoot. Where is it? Show up? There we go. Okay, so Snowgrave Route can be aborted. Joggington grows a beard. Brain rot meme reference. I can't remember what I made this for, but I think there was like a Family Guy pose thing. Onion Sun will not appear, and I think I know why now.
I think I know why now. So Onion Sun will not appear, and I'm not sure how to do the Frisk Carrier thing because I kept feeling that Aqua like was akin to Frisk Kara, but not quite. So I don't know how to count that one. We are actually so close to an impossible bingo if I can somehow like convince myself to put a Frisk or Kara cameo. That would actually be absurd if the impossible bingo won over the other. Onion Sun dead. That's what I put on here. Soul Lore, I guess we're getting that. I haven't found Fred, but I've heard the friends somewhere. More Mike Lore, haven't shown that. Death's Lore, there's like a hint. There is definitely Death's Lore, but I'm kind of like iffy on it. Okay, I'll leave this for now. Sign Soul's related to Kara? I think so, just because of the stabby knife stuff. That's why I was thinking, but I'm like, I need to convince myself a little bit. All right, back to this insanity. So it gets aborted. Wild. Onion's the size 2 fish. They're both dead. Okay, thinking again for a bit. So, wait, I just remembered. Okay, shut up, Susie. And this is, as far as I know, that's kind of different. Let's see. Let me get this back up. So I remember there was a bit. If you got the secret boss, Mad Mew, Pink, and there was a conversation that you can have with. Yes, I forgot like which person, but I remember one of the results of it was let's see, get this started, and I'll start spamming through all of those. Can I spam through this? I don't know. Zoro says, why she can't leave the town, realistically speaking, so she could technically leave at any time, right? So does that further imply that the theory that all townspeople are trapped is correct? I guess so, because, like... What? Israel is dead! Oh my god! Papyrus is also dead, because they're outside of the town. What the hell is Deltarune? Oh, I can't get up. Okay. Get up, Chris. We are going. We have a world to break. It was for that one bird that made the dim pigment noises. Don't know, it's gonna be way more meta than we could ever imagine, says KP. Way more! Holy! So, that's... Close my eyes and now we're simple Papyrus is dead. Okay, so... The thing... Like, there's a constant thing I noticed is that, like, we can't really leave. Like Susie wonders why we could, why like the barricades are there, or why we can't leave in general, and then Noelle was talking about how they've never been able to go across the lake. Like that's the thing that she's never been able to do because she's Noelle or whatever. So the thing is like you've never been able to go to the other side of the lake. So the problem is, or the let's see, meta breaking thing is that it's an out-of-bounds area in the form of the video game that you're playing. So, at least in the context of the world of Deltarune, Azrael and Papyrus are gone. No wonder they're not coming back. They're gone. Or they're not even in here. That's why. Oh. That's what's going on. I need to find the ice cream SKUs? Hey, let's go find the ice cream. Why am I required to find ice cream? No one say anything. It's a requirement for me to find sands and get the ice cream, huh? Wait, okay, wait, does that also explain why Undertale is like a trapped loop too? You the ice cream stand? No, that's this thing. Oh, wait. Okay, this alone, that is acknowledging this, like, actually, to me, kind of confirms that everything is in a box. Device theory is real, but, like, way more realer than we could ever imagine at this point. Holy shit, okay. That's wild, alright. Ever played Mother 1? I haven't. Since we get asked where Papyrus is. Well, he's the goner. God damn. Okay, that hurts my heart. But, like, knowing the truth actually kind of fixes that, sort of. Everything's a fucking lie. God damn. If he's an in-game asset, it would help save memory. If he despawns it, then store up save memory. Then. Oh! Wait, is that what happened to wait, no. Is that probably what happened to Des, then? She went out of bounds. Is that what happened to the unused? I remember, like, when I started, I looked at the unused files, or the unused lines, and they were talking about how they were just memories. Is that what happened to Des? That's gotta be, right? Gosh. Wait, did Noelle figure it out since sleeping? Actually, well, Noelle does have a habit of, like, breaking games. Like she's known as, like, someone who could break, like, a game's reality just by merely existing, practically. So, like, we're pushing that to the extreme in real life because she is actually in a video game, and we can use that aspect of her here. Like, she consistently finds weird bugs and glitches in games that she plays. Make sure to spam it. I will this time.
Since Des left, all I've ever been doing was
has just been marching down my path, staying quiet, getting good grades, following the prophecy, so to say. It feels like I've just been watching myself through glass, running on autopilot. So, I'm trying to think about Ralse, because I know Ralse probably knows this. Wait! I just remembered that they had a whole bit of, like, the main Chapter 5 thing where Flowery just, like, constantly, like, broke and abused the game's logic, sort of, like, where he would change his stats just on the fly, or do, like, some wacky attacks, or just kind of make it up as he goes. Like, he's a reality bender, almost on the level of the device of the device itself, I feel, or at least, like, knowing of this world, at least. So, trying to think about that a bit more. Like, they mention that a lot, and I've noticed this at least. Deltarune is significantly more about, like, a storytelling thing, as in, they put in a plot, and then to prime you, and then they set it up to be useful later. So, them bringing up the fact that, like, that the UI is a part of the world in a way, like, they made it a main part of the story, and now here it is in the weird route as the answer. So, like, oh yeah, remember that joke that we talked about with all the stats and UI changes and stuff? It extends to reality itself. I hate that Toby just decided to leave it as a joke and then just make it real here. That's wild. That is wild. Hold on. Huh. Kevin says, I feel like I'm on autopilot when sleepy, but not at the same time. You know what? I have a question. So, when I was looking back through my footage of like my chapter 3 and 4 run of like 8-hour insanity, and I kind of realized there was like a freakish amount of coincidences almost. There was even one point when I myself was like, I don't know if I want to do the mic fight or not, because I don't know if I'll have enough time to make it to chapter 5 in time or something. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna flip a coin. And if it's heads, I'll play Mike. If it's tails, I'll just go onto the Titan. And then I rolled heads, and I went to go fight Mike. And yet I still had just barely enough time to, once I got to the part where like the credits of chapter 4, the countdown happened. And like it ended right as soon as the credits ended. Like last note ended right as soon as the countdown hit. And I'm like, wow, that is like one hell of a coincidence. And then I looked through all of my footage, and it's all been a coincidence too. It was godly timing. It was like impeccable timing. Like almost like it had to happen. Not really, but like... Wait. Has everything been leading up to the... What the hell? Has everything that I've ever done somehow led up to this moment? I had like the insane skill to do all of the bosses in chapter 3 through 4 on my first go. Like without retrying them. Like, and I would not have been able to be there in time otherwise. So like I don't know, I just feel like it's a weird it's some kind of prophecy. Huh. Oh, I see. Wait, I have to keep spamming it more. Keep saying it. Yeah, stop talking to me. I see what's going on, okay. I've got this, Noelle. I've got this now. Stop talking to me. Oh. Static screen? Insert chapter 7? Oh, fuck you. Side B? What? What? And then it forced a reset. What? 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 What?
Lol says device theory, huh? Yeah, alright. You skip an entire chapter? I guess so. You can just, like, straight up skip chapter 6. Although, I guess you could technically skip 7, too. It, like, skips you all the way. Oh, no wonder that they can make stuff faster. There was, like, a theory about, like, wow, they have to do a bunch of weird route stuff in general, so, like, oh, they can make chapter 6 and 7 a lot faster? Oh, that's weird. Well, it's probably because they could just skip right to the 7th chapter. So that tells me that that's a second ending to the already predetermined ending of chapter 7. Insert disc 2, says Cat. That's wild. That is wild. Holy. Holy hell. What? I wonder what's going to happen in Chapter 6. I mean, there has to be a reason why we skip it, right? I'm guessing it's just like you clip yourself so far out of bounds that you just get somewhere, huh? I tell them if they win, there's less people, says lol. You could try, I guess. Aborted is giving us answers, says nobody. I'm actually going to do that really quick. If I do, it's a sequence break, says KP. That makes a lot more sense if it's a sequence break. Holy. Hold on, let me do some. Golly. I'm still thinking about that. Also, I honestly thought that would just be more traumatizing. I don't know why, but I'm just not traumatized. I have answers now. This is what I've been looking for. I've been looking for answers for hecking ever. And here we are. So here's my question. Was it destiny that I accidentally destroyed my old Weird Route file? Get me up, Chris. We are leaving. Actually, can I interact with the birdcage? Can I interact with it at all? No, it doesn't have anything. So... Wait! Okay, no, I'm thinking about this. So if the fact that the entirety of Deltarune is actually a video game, like genuinely a video game, and what happened was that we were going so far out of bounds that everything just broke down. I mean, so watching Chris and Noelle. Huh. God, what the hell's the night here for then? What's the point? Hold on, I'm gonna go back over here. Wait, how are you supposed to get the egg in the 5th chapter? Unless you're not allowed to, because you can't go into the 5th chapter. Guesser doesn't like game breakers, I guess? Well, if he didn't like it, he wouldn't... No, I don't want to believe that Gaster actually made Deltarune. I really don't want to believe that, but that's starting to actually be a thing. He calls it his Deltarune. He contacts us on Twitter. He's the one that got us in Twitter in the first place. And here we are, I guess. Huh. Do you want to... Should I put this as a Gaster cameo? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that, because I don't know how to feel about this. I think it is sleeping. I'm kind of feeling like it, but it's not like he's talking to us. I just remember, okay, in chapter 3, when we like interact with Chris and
The stupid Wait! Oh! That's why we... Wait, right? That's why we probably need to have all of the shadow crystals on a save slot first, so that whenever we do a weird route, we can actually find those in the plot hole in Chapter 7. Because if you do a weird route right off the bat, there's no way that you could actually get all the shadow crystals in one go. You have to have done stuff in reverse, kind of. God, what the hell? What is Toby making? Like, okay, like the requirements for, let's say, like, Astro Sans, did you do the weird route? Well, okay, so thinking about it, if the shadow crystals, do we actually need the shadow crystals at all? What's the point of the shadow crystals? Okay, wait, no. What the hell is the point of the shadow crystals then? Because, okay, good grief. I'm trying. My brain is thinking faster than my mouth can actually say words. This is terrible. Guys, I'm slowly losing hope of seeing Brenda on the normal route. Okay, my perplexion is like, there's no way that you could, in a feasible way, get all shadow crystals in one go, because the last one that you need is in the flower cane. So I don't think you can get it. You can get the last crystal normally, and you can't use the plot hole too, I think. The only shadow crystal you get is the Chapter 2 one. That's the one that you can get for free, but you are able to get the Chapter 3 one. Oh, I forgot I need ice cream. You are able to get the Chapter 3 and 4 shadow crystal. I guess you can also get the first one as well, but when it comes to... I'm trying to think. Also, what the hell is with Sans? Good grief. Thanks. Where's the ice cream? Did you do the route, man? Need an answer. Well, how about this? I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to go do it right now. Because I know what happens. Because I've already done it. Let's see. The only mandatory shadow crystal... Yeah, from Chapter 2. But... like, what I'm trying to say is that in Chapter 5, you don't get the... You aren't able to get the shadow crystal because you skip that. You skip it. You sequence skip it. So, I don't know if there's any way to actually get the pure crystal if you go down this far the route. Could the Twisted Sword be on an aborted Weird Out exclusive item? Wonder if the aborted Weird Out is vary from the normal route. I think so. Although that's interesting. So far we have a few different routes that you can go down. Which so far there's recruitment route, which you just do normal stuff. There's just, I guess you could say, normal route where you don't go down any route specific thing. Recruit is just you recruit everybody possible, and it's like the best possible ending. It's really, really happy. Very cool. Then there's a violence route where you don't recruit everybody. In fact, you make everyone lost. Of which I would like to play, actually, because I want to see what the differences are in Chapter 5 whenever you do the violence route. I don't know what to think about for that, because, let's see. Also, I can't hold down C to skip this. Okay, whatever. Now it has 3 images of people in, like the one in Undertow. Yeah, but he does that in the normal routes. He does that normally, though, which is very perplexing. Not even sure if the recruit out is going to be happy, says LOL Boy. I think it's going to be like I just had a thought. So, Sean mentioned that what shadow crystals are lost dreams. When a Lightner makes a dream so powerful, it grips it so tightly, only for it to fail, a failed dream. So, I'm actually kind of genuinely worried what's going to happen to Susie. Like, Susie has this dream of having a home with all the Darkeners, right? So, what's going to happen when we're at the end of the round and we have to seal everything? Does it just make a massive shadow crystal? Oh god, are we gonna fight like a mega titan that's like that gets bigger the more recruits we have? Oh, that's a thought. So wondering why Mew Mew has a shadow crystal. I really don't understand the Mew Mew fight at all. Like, why does she have a crystal like that? They have a crystal? What are they anyway? Okay, other routes. People are saying sword route. Technically, that's just you doing the side quest of getting a shadow or the shadow mantle, which is kind of a maybe thing. Also, I just remembered the. I didn't actually think about this, but the mantle minigame, specifically the very last one. Like, after you beat ERAM, and you have to have little Chris actually exit the game itself, like, go out of bounds into the real world, and then interact with real Chris. So, like, video game Chris comes out of the hole, comes out of the TV, and then actually interacts with stuff. So, I didn't think about it, but I guess that's just an actual hint towards what's going on. And, it actually is like a full-blown thing that like forces people to go down the weird route, or at least not forces, but just like hints at what's the hell's going on in the weird route, where at the very end you actually just hecking leave the world, apparently. Okay. KPC says they. Okay, I'll try to use they for Mew Mew at least. Keep getting confused. I don't think Noelle will be okay with an aborted rear route. I wonder what will happen when Susie tells her the Dark Worlds are real. Oh, that's actually a good question. What if you do, like, abort it at this point, and then in Chapter 6, whenever Noelle comes into Susie's room, does that also get different? Is that another route that you can go down? An aborted weird route from Chapter 5 to 6, and then that gets to be different? Or, no. I don't think it'll be actually different. I think Noelle will, like, what I'm gonna guess is going to happen is that Noelle has these thoughts in the back of her head that she has, but can't talk about at all because she's not able to. She can't like talk about these things. Thoughts on this, is Bricky? What the fuck? Device theory real? Question mark. That's my thoughts on it, Bricks. Chris, let's go there. You'll tell me, won't you? Let's see, what other routes are there? There's still a boarded weird route at Chapter 2 where you're able to get the Twisted Sword by obtaining the Thorn Ring and moving on. Like, that's still a thing. The words I've been waiting to hear. Say them again. Say them for me. No. No. But you're supposed to say proceed. Just like all the other times. Now, I want to see what happens here, because I'm a little curious. Stop pretending. I know you remember to. Okay. Hey, do you know that... Okay, sorry, let's see. There's that, like, one fan AU version where it's like, Noelle gets sicko mode for trying to go into this weird route stuff. Apparently that's canon now, I guess? But, like, not in this kind of a way. Water's nice, isn't it, Chris? Stop it. Why are your hands trembling? Chris, you're the one that wanted this, aren't you? Jeez. Stop pretending you're still the old Chris. You can't even say stop like you used to. What? What does that mean? Chris, don't hesitate. Proceed. Oh, you're saying proceed now. Okay. Oh, right. That's wacky. It's colder than I thought. Huh. Okay, so she doesn't like when you do that, and it gets to a point where you have to proceed. So the only way that you can actually abort the weird route at this point is if you all start drowning. That's also kind of interesting. Jeez. Okay, looking at this from the perspective of Chapter 7 has come out, and somebody has just started playing the game. Am I able to abort it from here? Not yet, okay. Probably now, right? Yeah, now I can. Oh, wait, the heart is taking damage. I heard the heart taking damage sound effect. Damage sound, says little boy. Yeah. I was wrong. The dream never happened. Chris Hench. Okay, kind of thinking about this. Does this mean that, like, the save file itself gets rewritten? Huh. The save file itself gets rewritten to be back at this point. That's weird. Only a monster... So it says only a monster and human soul can pass through the barrier. Oh my god. That's actually a wacky idea. Wait, does that mean that, like, the barrier in Undertale was actually a fourth wall? But they still went, like, above ground, though. Like, they still, like... Still got above ground and did stuff. So does that mean that Undertale was real, but Deltarune is fake? Oh, jeez. Okay, I feel like I've kind of done enough, question mark? Not 100% on... I was gonna say something about the barriers to sleeping? Huh. Okay, well, that's freakishly fascinating. You know what? I went into this thinking that I would just get, like, super traumatized from the head down, and then I wouldn't be able to do anything ever again. Ever. Nope. People saying that I'll need therapy from this? No, please don't do it. Don't do it. It's horrible. It's horrible. Nope. Oh, turns out I've learned the truth. Oh, so that's how it works. Cool. Read Susie's dialogue. I've already done this though, so I kind of know. Nah, not yet. You don't have enough practice. Let's go up and down the beach. Oh, all right. Noelle is the one that started saying proceed now, and then she actually started saying proceed. Yeah, she like started saying it or something almost instinctively, I think. It's weird because the save deletes itself, says Astro. Or, actually, I need to find a save point. Hold on. Can I just, like, find a save point? Not saying it literally is, but the parallel is interesting, is it? Yeah. Brick says, me and a friend actually got nightmares from this. Well, luckily, I've prepared myself for reality-bending reality checks. As in to say, I have met with Elder Taurus beyond my comprehension before. This is no different. Still, though. Device theory real! That's crazy. Wonder if Noelle was suffering from the mental disorder and that the real route caused to this? I don't know about this. Let's see. Brick says, okay, so did we. I don't know what to tell you. No, let's see. I played Amori and survived. Well, not really survived. Let's see. I played One Shot. That survived. I survived that too. I don't know. I think One Shot actually broke me, though. Like, of all the games that I've played, I think One Shot is the one thing that broke me. And, I mean, that's why I have a Nico on my desk. That's why my entire clothes that I have is actually based off of Nico from One Shot. Because, like, the two scarf things, too. Like, seriously, the two scarves on the back. It's literally because of Nico from One Shot. Because the game broke me mentally. And then Undertale as well, so my head is Asriel. So... Undertale broke my brain too, so I guess whenever I was making my hand-drawn dude, I wanted this, what I look like, because this is what, those were the two games that made me at this point. One Shot World Machine Edition True Ending is, like, really heartbreaking, says Cat. Yeah, that's why I remember it as, like, one of my favorite games ever, because of how much it did. Surprised they didn't say DLC on that list. DDLC? Please spell that out, because I don't know what DDLC is. Lil says I haven't played One Shot yet. You should. It will prepare you for the mental turmoil of the choices that you will make soon. Hayden Davis says Doki Doki? Doki Doki Literature. Oh, yeah, I haven't played that, no. I do know of, like, the Horrors Beyond Comprehension on that. What spoilers did you see, though? I've seen... Okay, before everything started, I saw... Let's see. I've seen Noelle at... I'm trying to think. Noelle at the beach, specifically. Okay, Chris, you can do stuff. Okay, fine. I'll let you do the cuts. Alright, there you go. Is that what you want? Okay, come on. Do the cutscene. Thank you. Let's see. The only spoilers that I've seen was, like, Noelle at the beach, and then, like, I have seen, like, a couple sprites for, like, a brief moment. Let me see if I can actually, like, find it. I haven't seen, like, a bunch of sprites, but I have seen enough to know... Oh, well, that gets really weird. Okay. Let me see if I can find them. I, like, downloaded all the sprite sheets just so I can, like, use them for the future. While I was scrolling through it, I, like, got to the Noelle section, and I only, like, looked in that area for, like, a brief moment. And, let's see... Like, I was just scrolling through trying to see, like, a rough image of what everything was. And... Oh, wait, I think it's higher up. Like, I saw these images, as an example, with, like, the wind blowing. And... I can't remember, like, what... I think I saw, like, the face sprites, too, for a brief moment. So I saw, like, the drowning face sprites at one point, too. Wait a sec! What? The name of this house is Pap House. Pap House Shadow. Is it called that normally? It's called Pap House Shadow. Wait a second. Hospital Shadow... Hold on. Is that what it normally is called? It is actually called Pap House. Like, it was called that before then. Well, why is this so gray? No, it's because it's the shadow. I think it's for, like, the shadowy effects that they do. Let's see, where did I put this one? It's also an unsorted. Do I have... Pap House. Okay. I didn't know that the sprite name of that house was actually called that. Huh. Where'd you download the stuff from, says Bricks? Let me show you. There's a tool called Undertale Mod Tool. I use this for downloading all the sprites. It's basically like a sprite ripping program where you say, hey, use my Chapter 5 data. You can take the data file into Notepad, or from here, or not into Notepad, you know. Load it in. And there's a script option where you can do unpackagers, and you can, like, as an option, export all rooms into a PNG, all sounds, all sprites, all strings, all textures, and just export them out. So what I did, I exported them out, and this is all of them. I only do this just so I can have them on hand, because I actually kind of use the sprites for a bunch of my videos that I do. Oh, look at the cute guy. Look at the cute fluffy guy. Anyways, did you know that there's 22,000 sprites in Chapter 5? I didn't until I downloaded the sprite files. Hecking 22,000 sprites have been added into Deltarune because of this chapter alone. Which is a wild thought. So anyways, if anyone wants to use this in the future, it is literally called Undertale Mod Loader. Let me see if I can get my text thing out. Let's see, Undertale Mod... it's Mod Tool, sorry. It is literally called the Undertale Mod Tool. And you can use this in order to basically rip files. Or rip the sprites, at least. Also, you have an option to find in code and find specific lines of text. So, as an example, I'll put in the word heart. So, what instances of heart show up?
So then I can use this to find out where hearts come, or the heart stuff comes from. Like as an example, there's a string here that says something about a box of heart candy. When the demon heart is crying, with your heart as my mark. Let's see, what other ones? Gather hearts to recover max TP. Hearts, ice, object, heart maker. So, some other heart-related stuff.
Well, Chris, it seems.
The truest darling of your heart. Wait, what is this one from? From Castle Climb. Oh, wait, no, that was when Rule said that. Yeah. So, I used this in order to find, like, any instance of the word heart being used. I think there's some cases where I missed, because in my Souls 3 video, I think I missed out on some of those. Basically, I'm onto something when I said that there's no souls in Deltarune. But not to this extent. Okay, what does that actually mean for the actual theory itself? That mean, like, does it still make sense for there to not be souls in Deltarune? Well, that was going off of the idea that the human-monster war never happened. But in this case, I guess it just never happened because it never happened. Or it wasn't allowed to happen. It's not a thing that could have happened in the realm of this world. Because that time just doesn't exist. At all. Like, at all. So there... Of course it didn't happen, because there was never time for it to happen. The entirety of Deltarune is affected by last Tuesdayism. It was here last Wait, hold on. When was the egg thing? Don't tell me that it actually started Tuesday. Hold on. When, let's see. Because it's Sunday on... Okay, let's see. Sunday on Chapter 5. Chapter 4 is on a Saturday. Chapter 2 and 3 is on Friday. And Chapter 1 is on a Thursday. That'd be really funny if literally everything started 2 days before Chapter 1. Like, everything actually began at 2 days before Chapter 1. That would be weird. But Asgore's monologue, says Lil Boy. Well, yeah, because he started with those memories. He just started with it. Check Chris's title. Ooh, is that different? Shattered Rose. Only one knows the rose's meaning. Only one knows the rose's meaning. Jeez. So this is like an actual route that you can go on. Whoa, okay. The moist earth blooms before you, in a path of magnolia and rose. You are filled with a certain power. Of cursed knowledge. That's crazy. Check the wall... Check the wall opposite the path? I don't think I've done that. Do you mean this? Don't think does anything. Let's see. Do I want to do anything else with my time? Because I planned entirely on... Wow. A wall. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I planned entirely on, like, doing a weird route save, and then that just being it. And just ending it. Like, yeah, whatever, I'll go into the next chapter. This changes everything! I'm still going to keep to my word, and I'm not going to be streaming after this point. Because, stuff. Oh yeah, look at anime waifu girl, handsome, tomboy himbo. I don't know the catchphrase words. That's still wild that it's an anime thing. You should see Ralsei. I'll go see Ralsei really quick. Right, well, I'm going to be playing for like another while. I don't know how while of a while, but for a while. Sorry to keep you waiting. Right, well, what do I want to think about? So, just to get this out of the way, I do indeed plan on still doing a hiatus of streaming.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Can I turn off your voice clips, like, right now? Like, at least I can skip this. Good grief. So kawaii. Let's see. Shoot, I gotta think. So, gonna take a break. I wanted to take a break this week, but that was before I knew chapter 4, 5.
5 was coming out, sorry. So, Chapter 5 was gonna come out, and then I was like, well, maybe I should get ready. There's no save in the weird route? No, I saved. Yeah, it's using the right word that right name that I had it. In base routes? Is there no save in the weird route in base route? I feel there isn't. I'm not entirely certain because I actually handcrafted this save file. I basically like use the save file editor and put myself on the weird route. Oh, can I turn off? Oh, I can turn it off. Oh, I wonder what Ralsei's gonna think whenever I say I've turned it off already. I want to find out. I feel like that's gonna be kind of interesting. Too big to wear. I feel like Chapter 5, honestly, is like the culmination of everything. Like, the literal culmination of everything possible. Like, all of Deltarune has culminated in Chapter 5. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, Garrison's thing, where he said that, like there was a 5th chapter, but afterwards, afterwards there was, like, nothing else, right? Oh, hey, Ralsei. Oh, that's weird. I wonder if Garrison, like, meant to hint towards that, where, like, Chapter 5 ended, and then afterwards afterwards there's just one... Oh, yeah, he did say there was, like, one more afterwards, didn't he? Goes with T. Oh, wait, did I skip dialogue for stuff that Ralsei said? I don't know. Bro, oh, god damn it, alright. That was me, like, doing stuff, I guess. Bruh.
You skipped the Ralsei.
Oops. Okay, let's try this again, but this time with feeling. Let's see, auto run on, voice clips off. Change that to, okay. Right, well, that's cursed. Ralsei dialogue is a little changed, okay. Are there any other changes besides the Ralsei interaction, or is that it? Although I guess I don't... Like, I feel like Chapter 5 is actually, like, the biggest culmination of everything possible. Like, I'm terrified. Where the hell is Ralsei? Alright, what do you say?
Oh, Chris, you're okay.
Oh, hey, why were you in there?
Oh, that stupid flower he put me in there.
But, Chris, I'm just happy that you're okay. I hope we can have a great day today.
Hey, go back a second. Since when do you call people stupid?
Oh, sorry, I mean, he's actually probably pretty smart.
Yeah, I mean, he did go to college.
Well, he did not go to college. Did it change? Was it like a Ralsei? Oh, Chris, I'm glad you're okay. Is that what it was? He knows his little boy? Oh, I could see that. Okay, so is there anything else? Ralsei is more worried about Chris. I could see why. Happy to see you too, little guy. Hey, jerk, blah, blah, blah. Oh. So is there, I do ask sincerely, is there anything else? A scene with Susie much later on in the castle. Oh, I don't have time to do that. Hell no. There's only 2 changes in the Dark World in specific areas. Only 2 more changes. In that case, I could probably just, like, pull up a... I'm gonna guess someone's already done a playthrough of it. Does anyone have any tips on a specific video that has shown that information already, to some extent? One of them is a Dead Ralsei dialogue. Do you have the Shadow Crystal? That also has a new line. Currently, no. There's a fucking balloon ending? What? Why does this balloon have a heart? Why does this balloon have a heart? Oh, goddamn. Oh, now I gotta click on this. No! Back off, Meta. The hell is a balloon ending? I need to know these. I almost want to like know that they exist because I'm. Oh, is this what happens on the other side? I have other things to do. Oh, right, yeah. Don't know why I asked twice. Oh! Oh! Just went to go get a balloon. Okay. Also, shut up. Okay, is that really what happens? What, sorry. Just wanted to give me the first a balloon first? Dumbass, I'm gonna pop it. Come on, don't look so pissed. Let's go. I am terrified because there is a heart. There is currently a heart on that balloon. You remember the busy I was talking about? Is not exactly it. I kind of missed the big control. I'll look at it. We don't control at all. Oh, so this is like a we don't control it all and they go on their own thing. Oh, lights are still up. Okay, so it actually starts the cutscene here. Okay. Chris puts us. Oh, that's actually really cool. Oh, all right. With Chris actually putting the heart into the balloon. That's cool. That's actually a really cool way to do that. Huh. Also because the soul is in the balloon, it proves that the soul doesn't need air. Oh, yeah. It doesn't have organs. Anyways, I mentioned organs because I think Susie and Noelle both have organs to some extent because they both mentioned something about their heart beating. That actually is really adorable, though, that you have the option of just, like, having Chris put the soul into a balloon that just floats around with you. That's cool. Also, because the soul is a balloon, it proves that the soul, which means the weird route, only Chris and Noelle. But you can't get to that part, right? Unless... Unless, oh yeah, is there anything else that happens here? Oh wait, does the amount of recruits actually change? Oh, the amount of recruits actually does change what the scene looks like. Okay, because I got like all of the recruits on my recruit file, and it actually got like a ton more characters. Huh. Oh, how many variations of the ending is there? Because it's a little based on how many recruits that you've had. And whatever other items that you collected too. God. So maybe the soul can reach the boundaries safely, probably. Oh, that's a good point, Zero. That if we could somehow like leave Chris's bot. No wonder they don't want us to go wandering around because we could just float out into the lake. Huh. And is there anything else after this? I forget. No. Okay, that's cool. Hey, what's this? No spoilers, please. Deltarune, but weird. Huh. This looks kind of like a good thumbnail. I'm gonna click on it. What's this? No spoilers, please. Deltarune, but weird. Huh. This looks kind of like a good thumbnail. I'm gonna click on it. Huh. Why did he do exactly what I said, but like the same thing? That's kind of weird. Kind of like a good thumbnail. I'm gonna click on it. Huh. Why did he do exactly what I said, but like the same thing? That's kind of odd. This guy's actually repeating the same thing that I'm saying. Why did he do exactly what I said, but like the same thing? That's kind of odd. Wait a second. This guy's actually repeating the same thing. Who are you people? Look at that guy. That guy's a fool, a dumbo. He doesn't know things. This guy's actually repeating the same thing. Who are you people? Look at that guy. That guy's a fool, a dumbo. Yeah, that guy's a really dumbo. Yeah, I agree with this guy. Who are you people? Look at that guy. That guy's a fool, a dumbo. Yeah, that guy's a really dumbo. Yeah, I agree with this guy. How many dumbos are there? That's the real question. What do you mean? That guy's a really dumbo. What do you mean we're dumbo? No, I don't. I'm not that. How many dumbos are there? That's the real. He dumbo though. What do you mean?
That guy's a really Dumbo.
What do you mean we're Dumbo? No, I don't. I'm not that.
How many
Dumbo.
Dumbos are there? That's the real.
He Dumbo
question.
do. Yeah, he Dumbo do.
That guy's a really Dumbo.
Okay, he Dumbo do. No, I don't. I'm not that.
How many
Dumbo.
Dumbos are there? That's the real.
He
question.
Dumbo do. Yeah, he Dumbo do.
Okay. I did not expect that to actually be like coincidentally timing just as soon as I clicked it. That's funny. Can you get me a hot gamer girlfriend?
Okay, where was I talking about? Shoot, I was gonna ask like what the other weird route stuff is. Yeah, Deltarune, weird route, chapter 5, alt dialogue, dialoga. Is that a thing that somebody has done already? Fan-made stuff. Aborted reroute is scary. Nothing changed. Why do you have the thumbnail like that? I hate people that do this kind of thumbnail thing. They're just like, hey, we're just going to show you everything. Weird route explained. Weird route is terrifying. Mother One Glitch explains chapter 5's weird route. I'm going to assume... I actually kind of want to watch that because that might be like a reference to why it exists in the first place. Why is your hair all wet? Oh, wait. Boarded weird route cutscenes. Here we go. Whatever this means, the theorizer YouTubers are going to be eating good for the next year till Chapter 6. I don't think... let's see. Well, Chapter 4 conveys that it's too late to go back on the weird route. You can still do it in Chapter 5. Yeah, I think so. We're going to be eating really good, and then we'll just, like... Oh, good God, this is absurd. Okay, so we already seen that. Try to ask Noelle to stop is useless at this point. We have to wait until later to have the ability to stop it. Let's speed things up. We're nearly there. Now we're selecting choices entirely individually. The screen will fade white, and this is what we want.
Actually, the shower ended 30 minutes ago. I know.
Okay, that's a funny ad to get from that scene. The dream never happened. Chris hadn't changed. Okay, so we've seen this part where it, like, undoes itself, which is very weird. Alright, so that goes normally. Rousey introduction is slightly different, showing a fixation on Chris's well-being. For once, ad time was amusing. Yeah. Chris, I'm just happy you're okay. I hope we can have a great day today. Hey, go back a second. When did you call people stupid? Oh, this is neat. So, there's another scene that you can do later on where you can go with Susie instead. I actually went with Rousey in my playthrough. Did you ever like anybody? Last difference is a Susie cutscene in the west side of the castle. Dealing with Yellow. I guess not. Yeah, not like you got much choice in this town. Though, like, if I could be, weird for a second here. Before I knew you, I kinda thought that you and Noelle were a thing. And I know that it's not true, right? I mean, she likes me. So, why does she have to talk to you alone? Why can't either of you tell me what it's about? Why was she excited and you were... But that's not all, right? Why was your hair wet? Why was your hair all wet? What? What? Why was your hair all wet? Oh, that's horrifying. Oh, that's a horrifying statement. Why was your hair all wet? Why did both of you seem so far away after... I don't know. I don't get any of it. Oh my God. Susie actually recognizes one of these differences. It's like, wait, that's weird. I don't remember any of it. What the hell? Wait. I had a... Okay, one of my first theory videos that I had... Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can actually find this. Hold on. One of the first theory videos that I had, that I've ever done, actually, was one called the Canonical Timeline Theory.
Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's way down here. No one knows about this. This is back when I had my Minecraft avatar. Do I get to add? No.
You there? Are we connected?
This is a bit. Hold on.
Take this device
Into your hand.
into your hands.
In your hands.
In your hands.
Your hands are the means to alter fate.
Alter fate. Take as
Take as much time
Take
as
as much
you
time
need.
as you need.
and good luck.
Good luck.
Hi. I made this back in October 7th of 2024. I think this was sometime after the device theory came out, and that's why I like said that. So I guess my gut instinct was correct on what that all meant. What are the canonical events of Deltarune? What are they even? This is a question that, for now, until we get like access to the other chapters, we will not have a complete answer to that question. Man, this guy's
Yet
arms
I
doesn't
feel
move. Can you
that
believe
it
it?
is still a question that needs attention whenever those new chapters do come out.
Yeah, anyway, so the theory that I had here was talking about a canonical timeline. The idea was that every event in Deltarune is at least prophesized and has like a reason for happening, sort of. Reason why I have that is because of how you can just like insert yourself into any file ever. You can insert yourself into any chapter that you wish, right? So I always kind of wondered why it was that like Chris, Ralsei, and Susie all have items and they've like done stuff and interacted with people on their own. So I've always wondered like what would have Chris, what would have Susie, what would have Ralsei done on a normal route without our involvement? Oh, wait, that's... Okay, now that we actually have the context of what's going on now, that actually makes sense. So, as in, like... But we couldn't insert it to the weird route, huh? But we did. Alright, technically, I used a save file editor, technically. But this is something that you have to go through, like, the whole game to do, at least. A few people got it, though. It's really different. Yeah, but, the point of the idea that I had was that, like, there's got to be some, like, lore-based reason why it is possible to insert yourself into any story. At this point, it's already been proven that device theory is actually true and is, like, actually functionally real, which is utterly terrifying. Molly's gonna eat good forever, I think. Good old Molly Stars with the insane device theory series that goes on for a whopping 10 hours total. So it made 3 parts. For one that's like an hour and a half, and one that's 2.5 hours, and then one that's like 6.5. 10-hour long theory video. At this point, she's right. Goodness. We could, let's see. She said that she first wants to focus on her projects. That makes sense. So I'm okay. Like, I'm okay if like Molly tries to not do anything at this point. Honestly, I think her work's pretty cut out for her at this point. Like, I don't need to do anything. You're all doing all this now. She really laid the groundwork on this device theory idea in general. So that's really cool. Device theory. Anyway, so back to my video. Hold on. I kind of wondered what like the canonical events of Deltarune were, as in like what does Chris, Susie, and Ralsei do on their own? And I was trying to figure that out. Didn't have enough information to figure that out though. Anyways, now this is horrifying because what about the implication of a question that I had in my Soulless theory video is where the hell did you come from? Like, seriously, why were you inserted into this world? And I was trying to figure that out, but couldn't really come up with it. So I thought, well, maybe we're attached to the soul or something, and there's other ways to go about it or something like that. So maybe Gaster like attached us to Chris's soul somehow or something. But then with how this device reality is happening, it genuinely is that like we started our adventure in chapter 1. We were never there beforehand. We were literally inserted into chapter 1 the very morning of. Like literally inserted in. So this has never happened to Chris before, like the control that you have specifically, because it never happened before. And then we inserted ourselves into the story. Oh, that's wild. Chapter 6 would mean it would give us the Twisted Sword. At this point, I'm guessing yes, because we can get all the Shadow Crystals and we can move on, at least. But the Thorn Ring, though, is different. Or we have to do, like, the Twisted Sword stuff in order to get the Thorn Ring. In the Weird Route, we have to canonically draw Susie, Chris, and Ralsei. Because we have to walk to Sans. That's true. Huh. So, wait, hold on. I don't understand right now. Hold on, I need music up here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my music up, just so I can have some sounds, because it is quiet. What does it say? The same time in seconds. Kevin was timed out by Kevin. No idea. Forced a don't forget card. So that implies that Deltarune's actually something of a precursor to Undertale, or like that. Like it's almost a requirement that it has to happen. Wait, but even then, that means that the weird route is, like, still a fated option. Like, you're going to do it eventually, and you're going to figure this stuff out anyway. So, like, of course it's going to happen. But, like, so it's part of the game to break the game, then? Okay, thinking about this really quick. From the perspective of a new player, just randomly falling into Deltarune and playing, and just minding their own damn business. Whenever Chapter 7 finally comes out, and everything ends, hip hip hooray, you have won the game? Question mark? I don't think so. I think there's something more important than reaching the end. But, let's see. Okay, just trying to think about this. So, you beat Chapter 7 and you're done. A playthrough of that will probably take, like, I want to say 40 hours. Also, in normal, they don't forget is forced, I think. Actually, you can skip it, I think. Hold on. I'm pretty sure you can skip it, though. Let's find out really quick. Let's go into here. And I really don't care about my weird route shapefile. Who cares about that? I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna boot this up and try to see what happens when I, like, sleep on the bed. Let's see, erase this one. Start, and I call them whatever, like, certain names based on what information I'm trying to find. This is your name. So, let's see, can you, like... What? Apparently you can just skip the intro part. That's interesting. It's your bed. If you go back to sleep, you may miss a lot of important things. Will you go to bed? Yes. But when you open your eyes, end up in the dark world. So this is a case where you can skip it. Oh, Chris, hey, come on. We gotta get going. Let's go. Oh, wait a second. This also explains what the hell's with the egg room stuff. Does it? Like, I was trying to figure out why the heck, like, Ralsei and Susie don't acknowledge what the hell's going on with the eggs. Chris doesn't acknowledge that either. It's because their memory gets wiped. They're literally incapable of perceiving what the hell's going on, so they don't comment on it. They're not able to comment on it. That's why they don't interact with each other during the egg scenes, or like when we do something really, really weird. Okay, that is wild. Huh. Right. That's fascinating. And I'm gonna be left with this stuff, I guess. Huh. Right, what time? This is a rather short stream, but honestly, I'm probably gonna leave with this at the moment. Did you finish the video? I don't think I... Actually, let me go back. I don't think I did. Let me double check.
Chris, I know this is stupid, but can you just tell me if I've been getting in the way of something?
Susie never gets in the way.
Fine, you don't have to say it like that. Yeah, forget it. Yeah, forget who I was talking to. Just get whatever's up to you. It's over now, right? Glad to have your back, Chris. Glad to have your back, Chris. Other option. I know this is stupid, but just tell me if I've been getting in the way of something.
Don't get in between me and Noelle.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Don't. Okay, I get it. I was worrying too much. It's probably just family stuff or something. It's just good whatever's up to you too. It's over now, right? Glad to have you back, Chris.
And Ralsei has a towel.
If he hits this shot,
Okay. I forgot I went on that huge side tangent because of this thing. Anyway, so yeah, that information basically says actually explains the canonical timeline theory that I had, and it's that like there's in places that you insert yourself into the story because there is just places you insert yourself into the story. There just is. And that's what the whole like chapter select screen is. Good God. Lowell says, wait, the red dot Noelle made her realize that she's stuck in prophecy. Does it make Chris be conscious of all of our actions? Oh, that's an interesting thought. I wonder if... just a random thing, as I just thought of this as like a cool thing. I wonder if you do a weird route, and you abort it, and you're going around timeline hopping and whatever... I wonder if Chris will have like different interactions with how you do stuff. Like they could just update the game later on to be like, oh, you've gone on this far of a weird route? Well, here's some dialogue that comes up because of how Chris thinks of things. Okay, I'm gonna try to actually finish my one thing that I kept trying to talk about. In the perspective of someone who just started playing Deltarune right now and got to Chapter 7 and was like, wow, that was a really good game. I loved it so much. Excellent. Wait, why does it feel like I'm missing something? Oh well, I have to spend another 40 hours in order to figure out what the hell I needed to do. Lowboy says, I think Chris did already finish Chapter 7 or the whole game. It's all past to them. It's all past to them. I don't think so, because I don't think so. Okay, finishing my thought, because I can never finish it. What makes somebody want to do the weird routes? There's a bunch of hints that maybe like imply it, but that's only because in hindsight we kind of know that some things are supposed to be a weird route hint. So what causes us? Is there going to be something in the future that not really requires, but just says blatantly to our face, "Hey, so you've reached an end. You have indeed, but not quite." So I don't know how you're supposed to normally find this stuff without like a community of people knowing these things, or
or it's made specifically to be a creepypasta that like very few find in general. Huh. Chapter 7, Side B. I'm going to assume that just means that, like, Side A is what happens normally, and then Side B is what happens later. Which, actually, Side B? That implies that it's a disc that's getting put in and to insert the different chapters. Oh, wait, maybe that's why they don't want to update the, like, previous chapters at all, because they're kind of set in stone discs. I wonder if that's why they don't want to update. The Chapter 5 website secret explains why it's small but colored out. Was it? I can't remember. Oh well. This is horrifying. You need to beat Side B and Side A to fully beat the game, says Kevin the Cat. Probably. But, like... Oh, would that mean that, like, you'd have to... Whenever you completed it, does that mean you have to... Or you get a prompt that says, you completed Side A, good job. Now, find Side B. And then you go on this insane absurdity journey of weird route, whatever the hell. And... then, what ends up happening is you just figuring out that everything's a game. Everything is a game. And then you get Side B. Jeez. Sword Route of Chapter 3 does show us how to do the weird route. It does. Like, it does hint at it a lot. Like, use Noelle to cast magic on people and use this to do... That's like the closest thing to a weird route that we got. And not only that, we actually... The ending of the Sword Route 2 also pretty much does the same thing. Like, shoot, it was there, is what I'm trying to say. Like the hint of Chris, like the little tiny Chris leaving. That was like a hint of what ended up happening in game. Huh. Okay, I just had a thought. So, let me try to think about... Did Gaster put the hecking board game there? Okay, that's a thought. I wonder if Gaster was the one that put the mantle games into Chapter 3 in the first place. Like, he just inserted it there. And then, huh? Like, okay, idea that I had, and this is going off of Five Nights at Freddy's. So, basically, in Five Nights at Freddy's, something, everything's haunted, right? Everything has, like, some soul essence that can be attached to things. Something. I'll try to, like, paraphrase, but basically, there's a bunch of times when you're playing mini-games in Five Nights at Freddy's, and they end up being story-related. Well, it turns out that all of those mini-games ended up affecting real-life stuff. Like, in FNAF World, there's actually a secret ending that you can get if you, like, glitch out the game. It's arcade theory. Yeah, it is basically arcade theory, where, like, the games themselves are inserted into an area to communicate information to... in Five Nights at Freddy's, it was dead kids and souls and communicate with the dead with video games. In this case, they're Gaster's communicating what needs to be done to us through the mantle game. The game in a game theory? Yeah. Wait, I actually had, like, a wild, like, off-theory idea that Wait a second, hold on, let me find this. I had a theory on this that never came to fruition because I got stuck thinking about it. I need to pull this out. 1 second. Where do I have it? Where is it? I literally had a theory based off of this idea. Where did I put it? Okay, I might need to go into my backup file. Where did I put it in my backups? I think so, and that's where my ideas folder is. Where is it? Backups folder, ideas? Where are you? Idea folder... Backup? No, not maybe backup? No, just idea folders. Where is it? Maybe that is where it is. Yeah, okay, maybe it's in here.
Let's see, video ideas, Deltarune theories. Let's see, prophecy theory, canonical timeline. Second voice script. This is what I got stuck on. Let's see. Let me see if I can find what I know I had mega rant on this. Let's see. Talking about the second voice. This is a massive, like, a theory rant thing that I had for an idea on the second voice. I wanted to find out who the hell the second voice was. Let's see, during Mantle board game, yeah, I was trying to analyze all instances of, like, slow crawling text, and I basically said that the second voice was probably Chris. Let's see, there was also text, like, slow crawling text that came up during the Mantle game. So, which I was like, wait, this actually kind of relates to the second voice in that aspect. Alright, am I gonna read this off? Okay. I'm gonna read off this entire thing, so good luck listening to this. Get ready. I made this already. Let's see how right I was 2 years ago. Let's see, I was trying to, like, analyze all of the different second voice sightings and theorize what could work. Let's see. Leaves us with the second voice text, Mantle board game narration text, the 1225 secret room text, the shelter panel narration, and the text that displays while sealing the last fountain in any chapter. The text that I'm referring to here, let me actually pull this up. I guess I'm making my second theory video now, right now, live in front of you. Let me see if I can find this. Let's see, Deltarune footage, chapter 1, start. Okay, right at the very beginning. Skip that, go into here. Also, I should probably mention that Gaster is also speaking in a similar way, where the text crawls on screen. Shut up. Text crawls on screen, and it's silent, doesn't make any noise. This is important because later on, when this happens here, whenever... Oh, 1 sec. Whenever you make your vessel, this is what happens. It gets cut off, and now it says, will now be discarded. No one can choose who they are in this world. Your name is Chris. And I had a whole, like, intro thing planned out for this specifically. So I was like, okay, who the hell is the second voice? Because it's never talked about who the heck the second voice is. And I made this after Chapter 3 and 4 came out, by the way. And I had no knowledge of it. So I did some hunting. Can I just... You know what? I'm gonna pull out my video that I worked on. That I decided to, like, put on the back burner. That was, like, half done. That actually had all the footage lined out for me. Alright, so, yeah, I guess I'm making my second voice theory video now. Okay, I didn't expect that, but here we are. I'm gonna make it live in front of you all with live commentary. Is it no souls theory? No, not this. Where is it? Where did I put it? Second voice theory video? Upgrade? Yeah, upgrade. Please don't break. Please, for the love of God, don't break. What if Chris's name isn't actually Chris? I thought about that, actually. Like, who named Chris? That was something that I had a question of while I was making this. Literally, who the hell named Chris? Did Chris name Chris? I asked that question in my, what was it? Hold on. My, Soul Talks to Chris video. I literally asked that question. Where did I put it? Where is it? Here. God damn it, ad. I actually had a question, like, I made this entire, If the Soul Could Speak video that has, like, 150,000 views by now, which is insane, by the way. That's incredible. And one of the, I had a whole rant, which was kind of funny and memey. But, let's see. Here, I'll just let me take it away.
Is there a you in my world?
Wow, I timed that perfectly. Right.
Well, now that is an interesting question, because I've pondered the same thing. You see, while many people from my world are similar but different to the ones in your world, strangely enough, there isn't someone like you, but there is someone similar, someone in a similar position to you. A human adopted by the Dreamer family, brother of Azrael. For sure, there is
I got that wrong, but
someone
whatever.
like you in my world, but here, you're different. Whereas many other people were the same but different. Officer Undyne, Miss Alphys, Toriel, Asgore, everyone here has someone similar but different in my world. Even Pizza Pants is someone similar but different in my world, or whatever his name is here. But you, Chris, you're just different. There isn't anyone like you from my world. Sure, the person that could be you had similar attire, had similar interests, but you two are quite different. On top of that, you two don't even have the same name. What was it again? Kara, I think? No, now that I think about it, I had a strange ability to name that human. Every time I went back, I had a choice to name them differently. Though Kara always stuck, I guess. Chris, who named you? There isn't anyone called that where I'm from. You won't say. Alright. I'll just add that to the list of questions I'm going to find an answer for in the coming days. I'll find out eventually, whether it matters or not. Well, I'll keep true to my word. You actually...
And I basically close out. So, all that to say, I actually had that question to myself a long time ago. Who the hell named Chris? Like, whoever the second voice is, named Chris. That's just what this whole part of the theory is. Like, your name is Chris. Toriel says Chris, but we don't hear the second voice themselves say what their name is. No one can choose who they are in this world. Your name is Chris. Toriel may say Chris here, but who exactly is the second voice that says what our name actually is? This was the question that I got myself stuck on for like a year or two, and I could never figure it out. But I had a whole hacking script here. I guess I actually have a real reason to go back into my second voice theory video now, which I'm making right now. Good luck. All right, keep it up. All right, I'm going to read off of this now. So, looking into the information that we've seen throughout the entire chapters, I have decided that the second voice that shows up in the Gonna Maker sequence, the Mantle board game narration text, the 1222 Secret Room's last line of text, the one where it says, actually, can I find that? Can I like mute myself actually for now? Let's see. I talk a bit. Where do I have? Here it is. I need to actually make this an actual video, but I'm going to be skipping around and be doing stuff. Possible second voice sightings and their contexts. I even had an entire like theater thing set up for this. It's very funny. Earlier, but basically we're finding silence default text that has no mumble sound. This is important as every character within Undertale and Deltarune have their own way of speaking. Usually they do so with the default text font, as well as a default mumble speak if they don't have their own unique one. Example, this is what default sounds like. This one is Susie.
This one is Ralsei. We know for a fact this is who is talking, because you can hear Susie, Ralsei, all speaking in their own unique way. That being said, not everybody has a mumble speak, but they do have different speech patterns. One example being Napstablook, who speaks in all lowercase, and occasionally says "oh" with a ton of periods on the end of it. So, if ever there's a case whenever we see the word "oh" followed by a bunch of periods, we can somewhat safely assume that it could be Napstablook who is talking. Going off of that logic, you'd actually find this book within the library that is probably written by Napstablook, that was like their own personal journal, that they accidentally got into the library, and now they have to keep updating it randomly in order to add more entries. We can also say the same for Monster Kid's "do" line, or Snowdrake's horrific puns. But there's also cases of some characters using different fonts. But so far, all of the font-related text changes seem to be bound to skeleton-like monsters who are also named after their fonts. So far, we got Comic Sans, Papyrus, and Wingding's Gaster. Oh, okay, well, there is some evidence that Gaster is probably a skeleton, very much because he speaks in Wingdings. But if that was the case, why does he have the Gaster at the very end? Like, the font itself is just called Wingdings.
Let's see if I
Maybe
can
Gaster
zoom
has
it in
two
just a
fonts,
bit.
or theory for another time. If we look at the second voice, we notice that they speak in a slow manner with no mumble speak. This does narrow down our search greatly, because all we just gotta do is check for any lines that are read silently and slowly. As these are the only links that we got to the second voice, that's all we got to go off of. But now, without further ado, Mike, roll the tape. Gaster's text within the Gunnermaker sequence is silent.
I'm gonna skip around a little bit. So basically, I go through a bunch of cases where the text actually comes up as silent. So Gaster's text, when it first starts out, is completely silent and blank. So as in to say, well, while the text actually comes up on screen, it doesn't have any mumble speak at all, and actually just comes onto screen. This is what I'm calling slow and let's see, what was it? Slow silent text, and this is something that I kind of cover a bit later, I believe. I also talk about typer values here and bring that up. Basically, what a typer value is this old gimmicky, stupid-ass thingamabobber. Pretty much in the game Deltarune, every character has a thing called a typer value in the game files that allows them to basically have a specific number assigned to them, and they get a specific font, or they basically have different text information based off of that. This is important because different characters have different typer values. So as an example, Gaster uses typer value 666 for everything. The text at the very beginning here, the "are we connected?" is using typer value 666. However, right in the next section here, during the Gunnermaker sequence, he actually uses a different typer value called 667. The only guess I have is this is more of a gameplay thing, so that there's actually like two different text styles that Toby can use for different ways of how he wants to present Gaster. That's the assumption there. Let's see, no other type of value. Information about the Gaster text is that there's nothing else that has a triple-digit value. Everything else is probably in the single or double digits. Important because they basically made sure that Gaster was an exception to the rules that were coming up with the typer values. Let's see, due to the outlier rule of typer values in the future, I'm trying to remember what else I've written down here. This is me digging stuff that I built eons ago. And is this the next case?
As opposed to Gaster's text, which...
Oh, yeah, this is talking about typer. Okay. Next, get on to the next part.
Moving on to our second case. Near the end of the Gunnermaker sequence,
There is a section here where our text basically gets cut off,
And I actually have like a little indicator here that I added into that shows what typer value is being used at that time. So, typer value 2 is used here and ends up being silent, slow crawling text. Okay, that's pretty cool. Is there anything interesting that we could get from that? So, the idea that I had was, oh, we could just use typer 2, look to different sections of the game, and see like who else uses typer 2, and just keep that as is. Now, ideally, that would just be it, and it would be done. No, not actually. After doing some more research, I found that there was actually multiple uses of typer 2. Let me actually see if I can zoom forward to the next case. During Susie's introduction, for whatever reason, I do not know why, but Susie actually uses typer values 10 normally in the light world, and then for this one scene and one scene only, it turns to 2. My assumption is that this typer is used kind of as a general slow, silent crawling text. In the light world, at least. So I was like, okay, so maybe in the light world, like this text is just used in numerous different cases. So Susie's like a weird exception to this. Yeah, I'd think that, and then other things ended up happening. So while I was doing some more research on some of this, wait, what was the question? Hayden says, are there any characters with multiple typer values? I don't think there's any others with oh, actually there is one. Or a couple, you could say. Let's see, it uses typer 2 here. I'm trying to figure out what... Oh yeah, there's a case here where Welsay actually uses a typer called 42. Something that did I talk about this? Did I bring up talking about... Where's the thing with... Oh, yeah, here. So, I've looked into the code, and I noticed that there's something kind of interesting. So, typer number 2 is used in the light world for silent, slow crawling text, whereas typer 36 is used for the same feature. This led me to realize that actually, there's 2 different typer values for every single character. And do I have that talk here? Oh yeah, here. So Susie actually uses typer value 10 while in the light world, while using typer 30 while in the dark world. The only difference that this actually ends up making... Let me see. See if I can find it. So, let's see. That's in the light world. Talks about how that's there. Let's see. Talk about how this disproves that the typer 2 value can be linked to a single person. Meanwhile, in the dark world, the main difference why the typers are different is because of... Let me see. Do I have a single frame where I actually have this? A single frame. Yeah, here we go. If we look really closely, probably can't see it unless actually can I like brighten this up because I'm really good at this. Yeah, this one specifically. Can I brighten that up? Okay, I kind of can. If we zoom in really closely, and you might actually notice this, Deltarune actually has like a very hint of blue that's below the text font that shows up. This is only important because just in the dark world, that little blue bit is there all the time, and that's only in the dark world. So in this case, Susie is using typer value 30, whereas in the light world she's using 10. This is the assumption that there are typer twins. What are typer twins? Just pretty much characters that use 2 different types of typer values in order to convey the same text information, but just used for the light and dark world differences. Everybody that has a light and dark world text box at all, pretty much just has that kind of information. So that just talks about typer twins. And then going a bit further in, another typer that's kind of in the same department as typer 2, where it's a slow crawling text, is typer 42, which is used here in Ralsei's intro. Make sure that's not muted. Not muted. Let me see. Other than a...
So in this part, we can actually see that while Rouse is talking, it's a silent, slow-crawling text, so that's just another case. Reason why I'm bringing up different cases of slow-crawling text is that basically in Chapter 1, there's a bunch of cases of slow-crawling text being used. Rules uses it, King uses it for a single line. Rules actually uses it twice, I think. Rouse uses it here. Susie uses it in the light world. So I was like, okay, so maybe I can't really use the typer 2 to really find out who's talking in the second voice thing. Which is what I thought, until I went into new chapters. Because as soon as we get into chapter 2, let me see, do I have a list here? Yeah. As soon as we get into chapter 2, like, I'm gonna scroll down here really quick. This entire section talks about how the different instances of Typer 2 being used. And hold on, did I cover it? Oh yeah, it keeps going. Jeez. Let's see, chapter 2. Here we go. This entire part that I have highlighted talks about chapter 1 instances, and then we go into chapter 2. And there's literally all of the chapter 2 instances. There's the one with Rouse talking in the Dark Truth and during the fountain closing scenes. This is also another case of the slow crawling text coming up. Weird Route doesn't have anything like this for some reason. We go into chapter 3, and the only case of slow crawling text is in the Mantle board games, and I list off all of those things. Specifically, You Were Used Up was one of the things. Another example is in the 1225 secret room. There is a secret that you can find where the last line of it... Let's see. You tried to pick up an object in your hand, but you couldn't find your... hand. You couldn't find it anymore. You couldn't find your hand. And that uses Typer 36. Typer 36 is the Typer twin of Typer 2, which means that basically whenever we see number 36, it effectively means that Typer 2 is being used in the Dark World. So then I kind of talk about some other random stuff here about like different cases. So pretty much the slow crawling text really doesn't appear much. So I was like, what the hell? Why does it appear in the Mantle thing? Oh well, I'm just going to talk about it for a bit. This was all to give you preparation for what I'm about to read. Are you ready? Here we go. So, after figuring out which is and isn't... reason why I kind of disregard a lot of stuff in Chapter 1 is I think that was being made at a time when they were trying to save on resources, so they ended up reusing a lot of the Typer 2 text value stuff in order to keep everything kind of in line at the time. They didn't have many resources. Then as Chapter 2 went on, they had more resources, and it was completely fine. But they didn't go back and change. Anyways, get rid of most of the interactions of Chapter 1 in terms of when Typer 2 or 36 comes in. And let's see, second voice text is what you're left with during the Gonnermaker sequence. The Mantle board game narration in Chapter 3. The 1225 secret room, last line. And the shelter panel narration text, where at the end of Chapter 3, it actually has the same thing where whenever we
But
enter...
the most interesting case so far is the very last thing that happens at the end of Chapter 3.
So, realizing this, that the only cases that we had of this Typer's value specifically like being used is in the shelter text, the secret room of 1225, the Gumball Machine one, the Mantle board game stuff. Also, I can't read chat right now. I'm just trying to like rant at this point. You're getting everything that I've been thinking about for the past year right now. So, which leads me to this mega rant of me talking about my thoughts on why the hell the Mantle board game is here. And I think, let's see, tend to pick up the other, but I couldn't find any more. That talks about the 1225 secret room. Trying to make sure I start at the, okay, up next is 1225 secret room. So about here is where I'll stop, and this entire section here is talking about the mantle. So, let me get a drink of water real quick. Oh, good grief. I should probably eat some food. Okay, alright. Original Golden is here. It says hi. Hi! Hello! Alright, I'm gonna feed some lore into your face. Not really lore, just the theory of a thing that I had. That I haven't shared with anyone until now, because I've held on to this idea for aeons. Let's begin. The second voice text, the mantle board game narration text, the 1225 secret room's last line, the shelter panel narration text, and the text that it gets displayed when sealing the last fountain of a chapter. I forgot to mention that, but that also happens. Out of all of these, I want to first talk about the mantle board game text, the ones where it says, you got the ice key, you got the shelter key, the key was used up, she was used up, you were used up. I mentioned earlier that these lines could most likely be how the text is displayed in the board games. Oh yeah, because in the board game texts, everything is in all caps anyway. So while I was reading it, I wasn't sure if like the text itself was actually meant to be Gastro type text because it's in all caps, or that the entire game is in all caps for some reason. Even Tenna's variation is also like that. I think I'll talk about that later. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Most likely how the text is displayed in the game, as looking at every instance of text is not just the mantle board games, but also Tenna's remakes of the boards. All of the text is in all caps, except for Nightmare's dialogue, Eram the Shadow Mantle, whose text conversations always have him talking like how everyone else is outside of the game, using proper capitalization and grammar. Here's an example from a conversation. You used the ice key. The ice key was used up. She was used up. We walk into the dark room and wander for some time.
Well done. You found my secret hiding place. But there's nothing here. Is there?
We wander around the room for a while until we find something on the ground. You got the shelter key.
Oh, you found that too. Perfect. Just perfect. Thanks for all your hard work, Chris.
You were used up. And then the mantle board closes. This conversation implies that the all caps text itself is just narrated text within the board games. The text says one thing, the nightmare reacts to it, almost like it's reading it along with us. The nightmare has described this minigame as their hiding place, but why would it be hiding in this game in the first place? As a way to hide the shadow mantle that's in its possession? I recall that when Sham mentioned that said mantle was in inventory, but somehow went missing by the time we got spammed in Shadow Crystal at the end of Chapter 2. Did Sham not take the mantle along with the shop and left the mantle behind? No. Sham seems to be surprised of its disappearance, so it must have been a recent event. One option could be when Chris grabbed all of the items in the abandoned classroom, they were able to sneak in the shadow mantle from the pile, keeping it hidden from us until we got home, where they then stuffed the mantle behind the TV before making the Dark World, which would make sense as Chris is working with the Knights, and this could be a way to hinder us. Otherwise, the mantle somehow gained sentience once it entered Castletown, and was then somehow able to travel to another Dark World, like how Ralsei is able to appear in Dark Worlds at a moment's notice. Well, whatever the method, the board text in the mantle games just seems to be a narration and not someone actively trying to talk to us. Though it's still a mystery what the board games even are, and it's never explicitly said what games that Chris has in the Light World. There are Super Smashy Fighters, but these games are more like RPGs than fighting games. It could be Blood Crushers or Dragon Blazers, which are two games that are sort of metaphysical representation to the events of Undertale and Deltarune, as in they have similar stories, which, no, I think I'll save that for another video. Basically, the idea is like trying to figure out how to compare Blood Crushers and Dragon Blazers to Undertale, but yeah, like I said, that's another thing. Oh, wait, did I say that? Oh, yeah, this was script 1. That's right. Let me see if I can find, let's see. Basically, I have an assumption that's like someone like Chris. Let me see if I can find an earlier version of this, because this is script 2? This is script 2. Do I have script 1 just like stapled at the bottom? I recorded the script. Yes. Let me see. Let me find... I thought that this one was the actual one. It had a refined version. Let me see if I can find the original take when I was doing this. Let's see. Second voice. Let's see. Prophecy video. Human soul research. That's another thing I did. No second voice. Is this it? Oh, this is probably it. This was like a rough version, and this had like my crazy thoughts. I'm here. Zach's back. How'd it go? I'm pulling out an old theory that I really wanted to work on, but couldn't because of time reasons. So, I'm making it now. Because of... let me see if I can find this. Let's see, a list of text. I had a rant. I need to find it, because it's an idea that I had, and I need to find it. You were used up. Let's see, when did I mention because of conversation, blah, 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 whatever the method, ominous text, blah, blah, blah. This means that makes Gastra sound like a scientist testing for outcomes. Let me go reverse a little bit. Let's see, whatever the method, ominous text in the board games just seemed to be narration itself, not just someone actively talking to us. And this is where I, like, cut out tons of stuff because I had no idea what to talk about. And this is what I was trying to find. Unless Gaster made the game himself, leaving it for us to find hints and extra items for our journey. If you die a few times to the night without the mantle, he'll mention that we're missing something important, though it doesn't hint at what it is or where to find it, but he at least is aware of it. Whatever he placed into Chapter 3, or at least somehow knows of its existence, is unknown. I find it odd that Gaster encourages us during the night fight, wanting us to defeat it through our determination. But if he knew of the Shadow Mantle, why didn't he tell us where we could find it to aid toward this goal? This just makes Gaster sound like a scientist testing for outcomes, not wanting to interfere as to keep his experiments untainted. Is he using it as a timeline? Is he using us as a timeline crawler to map out all the events of Deltarune, or does he just want us to present? Does he want us to present through one big run? Maybe persist, or does he just want us to persist through one big run through Deltarune all the way from Chapter 1 to 7? Why did Gaster bring us here in the first place? Why are we here at all? Chris and the Fun Gang can handle themselves just fine. There's evidence that Chris had the soul before our interjection. Why are we in this world at all? This was a crazy idea that I had. Now, let's see. Glitch effects play in the video and the rant culminating in the cut of the soul cage and the Chris's blah blah blah. Oh yeah, this is why I made the soul video actually, because the canon idea that I had for the soul, the theory video about the soul talking with Chris, was that the reason why was because it was me talking about it, and then I ended up making basically I had to cut this out at some point because I just realized I was going on a mega rant, and I just had to no, I need to talk about this another time. Anyways. Is there any other part that I want to go over? The Gaster thing was the big one, though. Oh yeah, I had a whole bit trying to figure out, the exact combination, but that's not going to happen. Is there anything else? We're trapped in a cage, so devoid of the possibility of making any of our choices matter. Ugh, this is so painful. We're stuck at this information barrier. I want so badly to figure out what the genuine answer is to this question, but it hurts knowing there's actually missing information. At least in Undertale, all of it was released, so whatever stories or interpretations we could make were practically set in stone. No fear of another chapter to come along and change up the story. But here we are, stuck waiting for time to pass. We've got 4 more years of this, just waiting. It's like the only thing that we can do, the only thing that we ever do, is to collect and analyze data. No wonder all these theories dissolve into nonsense. We're just stuck feeding off of each other's wild ideas for what could happen next. And where Chris suddenly grabs the soul from the cage, and just some wild rantings that I've had. Look, Chris, I really don't know how much more I can take.
Do you remember that conversation that we had some time ago? Like 2 months ago, Chris, or I think it was. I'm just so annoyed that you will not say anything to me. Chris puts the soul in the cage again, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I'm stranded on this information island and no one's coming to help. And I just have to survive on my own, stuck inside my head until apparently I get permission to learn more. I just feel so alone, Chris, to just be stuck, waiting for an eternity. I know you had something to do with me being here. I know you know the prophecy. I know you can talk, and yet you won't. Chris walks towards the soul, carrying the blanket onto Azra's bed. What are you doing? Oh yeah, basically at this part, let's see. Suddenly, Chris grabs the soul from the cage and pulls it out. Throws it across the room and goes to pick it up. Look, I'm really sorry. I can't keep my mouth shut, can't I? Carrying a blanket on Azrael's bed. What are you doing? They then forcefully shove the blanket into the cage. The soul gets covered by it, and the speaking gets muffled. What? Chris, what are you doing? The blanket's now fully in the cage, and Chris proceeds to close the door, and Chris begins to walk away. The soul struggles and wiggles through the blanket, barely managing to reach the surface. What the heck was that for? Do you want me to scream in pain into this blanket, Chris? You know at the very least you could give me something to feed off of. Chris glances at the soul for a moment and then tucks themselves into bed. And there you go again, giving me the silent treatment. That's it. I'm going to go insane. I'm going to sit here and wait for months to pass, retracing all my steps I've ever taken or made or whatever. I'm going to be alone. The soul starts to sink into the blanket and in their cage. Alone, and wait. Oh, this is Azrael's blanket, isn't it? The soul insects the blanket. Wow, this is comfy. So comfy and warm. Kind of like, oh, thank you, Chris. Sorry for waking you up again, but this blanket is really nice, Chris. You know, of all people I've met in my world, I only met your brother for a short time. He had a strong soul, Chris. And I miss him too. Azrael, in one form or another, was always there. He never let me feel alone, even after all I've done. Anyways, I've been Deanspillabean back on your screen. I hope you all enjoyed. At least I'm glad you all have a good night. And then I end it. This, I believe, was the original reason why I made that soul conversation video. What is this Chris RP? This is what I made for the If the Soul Could Speak to Chris video. That was the uncut version that I just talked about. Why the heck did I bring this up in the first place? That's a good question I ask myself, because I wanted to read that off and get that information out there in the first place. These were thoughts that I had months ago, like literal months ago. I got done with the weird route, and when I got done, I went on a massive, like theory rant thing. I really had to get this thought out here before I go on my stream break, so you gotta forgive me for this, please. Basically, I had this whole thing. I had the whole thing about the second voice theory that Gaster made the Mantle game. That was like some part of it. I never got this video done, even though I put a lot of work into it, because it just sounded insane. Because I never had a reason for all of this to be true.
Well, now I do! I actually have a reason to make this thing now!
So, I don't know if I'll ever actually get to that point, because I think this will probably take a while for me to go through and edit and fix up. But like, I spent months working on this alone. I mean, look at the like intricacies of all this already. I made that for right now, I guess. So, I'm gonna stop now because I need food. I desperately need it, and I hate that I do because I probably won't be speaking for like a couple weeks. I'm gonna be alone with my thoughts again. Probably, but not really. But theories aren't to sound crazy. Oh, it was nice to listen to this little boy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was basically an basically a vent of me just like venting at like, why the hell can we not learn anything until we're given permission to learn things? What the hell? And then Chris at least comforting us, at least in my little AU area, I guess. With the if the soul could speak, I kind of see it as like Chris like knowing what the soul is going through and just knowing vast amounts of knowledge but being unable to do anything about it, and just like does whatever they can to like make the suffering of knowing everything at least somewhat bearable. So that's at least like my headcanon for Chris in my world. Of course, not in the actual world. That's a little different, but that's just my little AU thing. Huh. So, I'm gonna hope that my insane ramblings helped somebody. I don't think I'll be able to make a theory video in time to, like, make any sense, but, I really hope at some point anyone listening to this actually kind of looks into this at some point. I genuinely don't think I'll have enough time to properly make a whole, like, video based off of this. I would love to, because I made this whole thing, but I genuinely don't think I'll have time to. I have too many other things to do. So, if in the future, at some point, this is a cry for help at this point, I really want there to be some kind of big theorist out there, some kind of person that actually has time to make something of this, to hear the thoughts that I'm speaking, and to just make something. I made this. I made this knowing that I would not be the one to answer the question. I know it. I know I made this knowing full well that I'd never be able to answer this question. To lay the foundation for somebody else to find it. I want someone else to find it and make something out of it. Oh, God. Everything all right? Oh, only my life's work. Only my life's work culminating to now. God. Jeez. I did not expect this today. At all. I just wanted to be done with this. Pats you on the shoulder. Thanks, Eve. Thanks. Yeah. I've been alone for a long time. I've been alone for a very long time. And this is the kind of stuff that I make. I always wondered if I'd ever be able to make this. I worked so hard on it. I put so much effort into this stuff to, like, find some answer to a question that I'll never get. Knowing full well that I'm going down a route that literally no one has taken before, and finding something. And now I don't think I'll ever be able to actually see it to its end. But I just want somebody out there to make it. To at least do some kind of research in that aspect, I don't know. To do something with this. There's some, like, big shot theorist out there. I do not have the time to make this stuff.
at all. I wish I did, but I don't. And I'm just running out of time in general to be able to make something like this. This has been not a fear, but just like a worry that I've had for like a long time, that I just won't be able to make everything that I wanted to. And now, I guess I made it in time. I guess I made it. It's a here. It's a now. Well, if the whole point of me going down this round in this first place was laying the foundations, so be it. That's what I'll do with it. Maybe I'll be able to find someone to help you finish it? I hope. If anything, like, what would be a help is if, like, somebody who's in chat right now, or anyone that's watching the video at the moment, like watching the VOD, listening to this insane ramblings that I'm saying, somehow I really want people to spread the word about like the thoughts that I had, because like I think it's wild. I had all of these thoughts in my head for like literal years at this point, and at long last I can actually like put it and commit it to something of a video that I can share around with people. My head goes all over the place and I cannot focus on something. And at long last, I actually like sit down and focus on things, and I write them down as much as I can. I don't have any time to write stuff down anymore. I have like real life responsibilities now that I have to do, and there's not much I can do about it right now. So, what I'm saying is, I really hope somebody like takes the ideas that I found. The second voice specifically, either is Chris or Gaster or something. Gaster made the games in Mantle and is trying to lead us down the crazy route. Why? I don't know. There's something there. I know for certain. Let's see. Little boy says, wasn't sure if I'd be able to fall asleep in the weird route again. I know I'm weird for the theory, but listening to your soul LARP made me calm, I guess. Oh. I think it's more like it was me venting about like something of a reason for why everything is happening, I guess. Okay, I really need to go eat some food. I plan to only make this a 3-hour stream anyway, and it ended up being a 3:22 minute. That's fine. That is totally fine. I am gonna go soon. I am gonna go on a massive break. I said I was gonna go on a hiatus for a couple weeks. I'm gonna have a blog post talking about this. I will be gone for a little while anyhow. You know something funny? I remember a thing I said during my massive 8-hour stream to try and like rush to get my last bit of chapter 3 and 4 footage done, or gameplay done. I had the countdown on screen, and I was like, oh yeah, as soon as this countdown hits 0, I die. And then I don't know, I think I had a talk about going through like some kind of massive ego change, because like originally I used to have like a Minecraft Nico avatar for the longest time, and then like right after chapter 3 and 4 came out, I pretty much like completely lost it, I guess. Like this whole avatar itself just kind of died, fell off the earth, because I never use it again after Deltarune came out. And then I make the plot hole theory video with my my new Nizzy avatar, and then I make If the Soul Could Speak. And I just felt like I was just crafting myself over those several months that I wasn't there. And I don't know, I just felt like finally I'm able to actually do something with this. And now here we are today, with whatever insane ramblings that I had. I'm really hoping that like somebody actually is able to make use of this, if possible. That's just what I'm hoping. Right. I'm gonna close this out and actually stop, because I cannot stop talking. I will be here forever. I need to do this for my own health and actually just go. I do have a plan on playing through Chapter 5 anyway, just so I can get footage of everything, because I actually kind of like having footage of everything anyway. And I've thought about having raw footage come out. I have another project that I have planned. It's like a voice act project for an entirely different game. I'll show when I show it. I don't want to get into it again. Right. I'm gonna go right now. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll have a blog post talking about future stuff. So yeah, all right. Anyways, thank you very much, LOL Boy, Kevin, Maybenots, Xander, Astro Sands, Seracenti, Trollololo, Malphite, Liquid Kaz, Philippi Lopes, Epic Bug, Shady Rose, KPC, I'm Sleeping In, Hayden Davis, Person Human, Just Dark 863, Original Golden, Gothic EU, 2Pro, Kara Red, Bricks and Broadway, Funny Guy, as Ender 05, yeah, Ender 05, Arcados, Alavagari, Zach Sella, I think, Zach Brown, Shmella, There Is a Man Here, Nobody, PHG8, Randy Onimus, Michael's Majestic Prince, Kiroki, Not a Tingle Channel, Jerai, Izazel, I don't think, Pika Does Stuff, Spamton G Spamton, Deltarune, apparently Spamton was in here, Hello Alex, Islania Fun, Lord Mew, and many, many more for stopping by on the stream. I've got some time to think about. Heck, I might even go into a 3-week hiatus at this point. Holy shit. Oh well. Thank you all very much for sticking around and listening to my insane ramblings. That alone, thank you, Windows. That alone means a lot to me. So thank you very much. I'm gonna go eat some food. I hope I gave some reason to whatever the hell happened. If you have any thoughts, could I send if I have thoughts, can I send it in comments or somewhere? Oh, that's a good point. Okay, mate. I'll see if I can make a blog post of some kind that I could use as I guess like an ideas bin, I guess. Just say, hey, here's a piece of post stuff about Deltarune, like anything. And then have that there. And just like any random information, because any random information is good. And then hopefully, I'm hoping whenever I do my raw footage recordings, I want to like record as many like random interactions as possible, and have that as footage that I can use in future videos, or at least if I can provide that for somebody. So I'll see if I can make a post for that in the future. That will have to be a tomorrow thing though. So hold on to that for later. Right, I talked too much. I'm gonna go to bed. Not bed, but like, whatever. I'm going. Bye.